Good thing I put my
Jim
makeup on real
disappears.
fast.
Good thing what?
A good thing I put my makeup on real fast. I didn't
Oh,
realize it was already 8 o'clock.
you are beautiful. You don't need to
I was
worry
the
about
late one.
makeup. You're naturally beautiful. You don't need makeup.
Ah, oh
Oh,
gosh.
oh. No, come on.
You
Oh,
said that
come
on national
on.
television. Now
No,
you
no.
know
I'm supposed to say you're beautiful.
No, you're
No,
beautiful.
you are.
No, you are.
Stop. Stop.
I think we are live and everyone's probably laughing at us right now, but that's okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to season 4 of PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast, ClearPropTV.com and Paratalk.org. Episode 165. You may have seen up there that it says Run Into the Sky Paramotor Podcast. That's because we are going to be a nonprofit podcast here in the next couple months. Woot woot. Apparently, Run Into the Sky nonprofit is going to be our backbone. So nonprofit is the way to go. Plus, Paramotor Arkansas is going to be a nonprofit also. It's going to be the very first nonprofit flight school in America and probably the world. So everything's going to be the nonprofit. No more is any of this owned by anyone. This is owned by the nonprofit. So that's really awesome. So on that note, let's say hello to everyone. And just let everybody know to say hello to Will Fly, because we are going to be giving away a lot of stuff. And also too, look at this, a brand new reserve, brand new, never opened. It's an APCO May Day 20. That's going to be a freebie also. We'll tell you how to get that very soon. So please stand by. Welcome everybody. My name is Shawn Simons, PPG Grandpa. Let's go ahead and start off with our ParaMomUSA.com. And where's pom-poms? Pom-poms. There you go.
I had to unmute myself and everything. You're keeping me on my toes tonight.
I'm trying to keep you on your toes because you also not only, if you're the PR for this podcast, you are now part of the nonprofit and you are the PR of the nonprofit organization. Oh my goodness.
Pom-poms for me.
So anyway, welcome, Linda.
Thank you.
I think Scuba Steve was asking, when are you going to be taking your tandem?
I'm gonna Memorial Weekend. So at the end of May, I'll be heading over to Torchport to get my second tandem, maybe a third one, maybe a flyby. Who knows, man? How do they say it? The sky's the limit. That's going to be me when I get there.
Maybe you can get a couple touch and goes in.
There you go.
I'd go all out.
There you go.
Is that the same as a flyby?
Sure, but you're touching the ground as you're doing the flyby.
Yeah.
So, kind of.
Oh, so you're on going, and I'm waving everybody.
I mean, if you're only getting to do this once a year, then you need to squeeze it for everything you can.
You know I am.
Let's do a flyby. Let's do a touch and go.
I know.
Let's wheel drag the water. Come on.
I'm going to be like all over the place. Yeah.
There you go.
I see people taking tandems on the videos and I get so crazy, excited. I'm like, oh my God, I want to go up. I want to go up again. I think it'd be really fun if I try a little kiting. Just I want to see what it's like just to, I'd have somebody help me, of course, because
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Linda, because that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about tonight is kiting. So
yeah, I just want, even if I'm like standing with somebody and they kind of lift, help me like lift the kite thing so I don't go up in the air as such. But I just want to know what that feels like. I want to see what it looks like from that view, from standing like underneath the kite. I think it'd be really cool.
It is.
I'll have
really cool.
my paparazzi there, doing pictures and videos. Memorial Weekend. So at the Torchport, my favorite place ever. So yes. So welcome, chatters. Love to see you, hear you. However, on Monday nights. And thanks for inviting me, guys.
Well, absolutely. This would not be. Well, this is your show, so you got to be here.
That's right. It's my show. So I told
Exactly.
Robert, look who's going to be on my show tonight, Robert. And he's always like, cool, Mom.
Yeah.
Yep. Or he'll say, how'd you do that? He'll mess with me later. How'd you get him on there?
Wow.
I tell him my secret.
Timekeeper 68 is a viewer of my show who has come over from the vaping network to watch this paramotor show, which is cool. Welcome, Timekeeper.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Welcome to Paramount USA's Paramotor Podcast.
Coming over from
I
the
know
dark
that,
side.
That's so cool. That's so
What'd
cool.
you say, Will?
I said he's coming over from the dark side.
Yeah, the dark side.
That is awesome.
So real quick, if you want to be a customer on my show, if
You want to be
a guest
famous,
on-
say hello to Will Fly. There you go.
It is Monday. If you want to be a guest on my show, just get up with me on Facebook, ParamountUSA.com. It goes right to my Facebook, and just PM me and just say, hey, I want to be on your show, and I'll get you all set up. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed, because you can tell we have a blast on Monday nights. This is the place to be.
We do, and we give away a lot of stuff. So tonight we're giving away a lot of stuff. So please, if you're in the super chat, just text at Will Fly and say, yo, brother, from another
Yo.
mother. I am here. I want to
Yo,
be on the
bro.
spinny wheel of Winnie Things. And
That's
if you
right.
can spell spinny wheel of Winnie Things correctly, we'll just send you some stickers right now. No big deal. Just put it in the super chat.
I'm telling you.
The spinny will.
The spinny
Spinny
wheel,
wheel.
W-I-L-L, spinny will
Oh,
fly.
I get it.
Oh,
Good?
yeah, I
See what I
see.
did there?
Yeah.
Okay,
spinny
I'm going to mute myself now. You can go on with the show.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
wheel.
Well, I mean, if we were going to talk about kiting, I know the weather for probably most of us, even in chat, has been kind of crazy lately. The winds have been out of control. I mean, Shawn's had tornadoes in his state, along with James, and I don't know who else has had tornadoes come through their area, and I hope everybody's safe. But even here, I'm in Virginia, so I'm about far east coast as you can go, and the wind has been really strong. I mean, we had 40-mile-an-hour winds with winds aloft way higher than that. So there was no kiting or flying or anything like that. But today, the wind got down to like 20 miles an hour. Well, it was 10 miles an hour with 20-mile-an-hour gust. I would say it was gust more than anything, because there was no steady wind and it was really switchy. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to kite today. So it's been a while since I've kited. No lying about that. It's been quite a while. So I took my wing out to the school here that's right by my house. It literally takes me 2 minutes to get there. And nice big field. And then it never fails. As soon as I set up to go kite my wing, mom, dad, and child show up to watch. And they plant themselves on the sliding board and just watch me. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So I figured I was going to hand kite to start off with, which I had the A's in my hand. I had my brakes, I had everything good to go. I brought the wing up. It immediately came up even and then dove really quick to the right. And I thought, oh, that's strange. Maybe I did something wrong. Let me try this again. So I laid the wing back out, made sure everything was right, brought the wing up, same thing, boom, hit the ground. So at this point, I'm like, I checked my lines. I knew my A's were clear, but a lot of times most pilots, that's the main thing they do, is check that the A's are clear and the brakes are clear, but the other lines count too. Your B's and C's, those count. Mine were clear all the way up almost to the wing. I had a tension or compression knot, whichever one you want to call it, right by the trailing edge of the wing that I could not see. It was literally tied up right there on the right-hand side. And I was like, well, no wonder. So as soon as I got that out, the wing came up fine. It was literally pulling the right side of the wing. So every time I would come up, the whole right side of the wing was being pulled. So it would just slam down to the right. And I was like, is it me? Am I that out of practice? No, it's really important to check all your lines are clear. Because if you don't, you're going to end up doing the same thing I did and get frustrated thinking that you're just out of practice.
That was the longest intro I've ever heard. So welcome, Steve. Welcome to the show.
We were
Okay,
talking about kiting.
I guess you got your 5 minutes in. So we're going to move
Okay,
on
I'm
to
done.
custom scuba Steve.
That really is a good topic, though.
It is. We're definitely going to delve into that a lot.
That's what because I was like, before the show, I talked to Scooby about it, and that's how, I told him how to do that, because that's how I do it. So I said, go ahead. Okay.
All right. So welcome, Scuba Steve. We'll definitely be talking
Yeah, I got
about
my
that.
intro in. There we go.
We'll definitely talk about that in a moment. We also got our official sponsor, Jim Simard from Canada, the only guy I know that has maple syrup smelling money, and people actually asked to smell his money. Welcome to the show, Jim.
Hello, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good, my brother. So tell us a little bit about Care PP, which is your care printing and publishing, and you're going to be giving away something tonight too. Tell us about that also.
Sure, yeah, we'll Care Printing and Publishing. It's a mom and pop or a pop or just me. No, I got some employees too, but we do printing and publishing. And well, sorry, we don't do publishing anymore. I don't even know what I do. So I do all sorts of printing, and what we're going to give away today is a PPG calendar. And if you want, you can get your own calendars made. We can do them up custom for you. You send us 13 pictures, we'll put it together and send you out a calendar.
Now, is that the free one that you're going to be doing tonight? Is a custom one or just one that's already been printed?
It's going to be the PPG calendar.
Okay. So if we want to get our own, we can contact you over at carepp.com and ask for a custom calendar, and you can take care of it.
You bet. We sure
Well,
can.
what if they mention PPG Grandpa?
Whoa! No, they shouldn't do that because they'll get 10% off, and I just don't know if I can handle that.
That cuts into the profit margin, man. Don't do that.
my nonprofit will make less profit.
Right.
No, yeah, you can definitely get an additional 10% off if you mention PPG Grandpa.
I love being worth 10%. That's awesome. Well, thank you very much, Jim. We appreciate you. If we request a maple syrup smelling calendar, is that possible?
I don't think so.
Just send some of your money with it. That way we can smell your money.
There you go. There you go.
Let's
Get a
just bypass it all.
$300 bill with every calendar. Yeah.
Send some of the syrup down. That's all you got to do. We just need some of the syrup.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
So, have you been flying lately, Jim?
I have not. My wing is at the doctor.
Oh, who's doctoring it up for you?
Parafredo out in Ontario. He
Oh.
has got it, and he's doing the inspection, and he's checking all the lines and the porosity, and he's going to let me know how it's fared.
Excellent. Well, how many hours do you have on it?
Almost 200.
Oh, that's pretty good. So if it's a new wing, most wings are the first year or 200 hours. So that's about right.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. So don't you have a paramotor YouTube channel?
I do. PPG.com.
All right. Excellent. Make sure you go over and check out his printing and not publishing company at carepp.com. I guess it's just carepp.com, right? So since you don't have the
PP is too fun to say.
I know. So go over to his PP and he's care for his
If you
PP.com.
mentioned Sean Simons.
No, it's PPG Grandpa.
Oh my God, we're on a roll.
This is just a great night.
I don't
think
know if
I
I want
started
10%
something.
off my PP. I'm just saying.
I'm
Well,
not taking
10% off
10% off anybody's PPs.
Oh Lord. You
Oh
guys.
my goodness, we're
We're out
going
of
to be giving away a
control.
lot of stuff.
Right.
Jim's going to
Yes.
be giving away a calendar. That's awesome. Make sure you go over and check out his carepp.com. Make that. Now, do you have a place that they can go there and make a free account, or is that over on ppgcalendar.com?
PPGcalendar.com. So that's how they'll get a hold of me when if they win the calendar.
All right. It's not if, it's when. They will win it. So make sure you say hello at Will Fly and let them know that you are in the super chat because you want to win the PPG calendar. So Jim from Canada, carepp.com. Watch his shenanigans at careppg.com. We appreciate you, Jim, and your maple syrup smelling money. We also
And that
got,
was PPG rated. It's fine.
yeah, it's rated PPG. All right. We also got JB from jbppg.com. Welcome, James. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good tonight.
Man, you got tore up a little bit in that storm that blew through here in Arkansas all the way up to Illinois. Man, how'd you fare through that, buddy?
It got a little trickery. We had to, we attempted to make it across the bridge, couldn't make it, ended up in the middle of a mess and bailed out to a friend's house. And then just down the way, about another 30 minutes from us, it really tore up the big city. So it got pretty nasty up here.
Yeah, we had a big tornado go through Little Rock, and that was just south of us. Definitely pray for all the people that got hurt, and that sucks royally. But we got another storm system coming through tomorrow. Same type of thing. You be on your toes. So glad that you're okay, buddy. Now, you also do a lot of merchandising. So tell us a little bit about that merchandising, and you got some new equipment, and you're making mugs and all sorts of cool stuff, and you're going to be giving away something on the show tonight. Tell us a little bit about that, buddy.
So I'm trying to get more into doing a lot more of custom work, where if somebody can get a hold of me, I can make them custom tumbler, custom decals, even for your windows or side of your trailer on your vehicle, whatever you can come up with, wherever you can stick it per se. I do some t-shirts too. And then I've got some other things I'm playing with along with my laser engraving. So if you can dream it up, I can try to put it together.
That's excellent. Thank you so much. And you're also going to be helping us with merch and marketing through the nonprofit ClearProp and Paramotor Arkansas, yes?
Yes, as much as I can.
Well, you are amazing. We appreciate that. What are you going to be giving away tonight, buddy?
I'm going to do just, where to go? I have right here. I don't know if I can get my camera to get it. Oh, I can't. Whoop.
Almost.
Anyway, I've got a 8-inch running in the sky window decal that I've done up. And then I will also do just a random PPG decal. So if you want to do 2 of them or put them all together as one, I don't care, Grandpa.
All right, maybe we'll do 2 spins on you. That way more people can win. Sound good?
That's great with me.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, James. We appreciate you, buddy. And of course, we got Will Fly from willflyppg.com. Man, I tell you, this guy is doing so much for the nonprofit organization. Not only is he helping out, he's our treasurer for the nonprofit runtothesky.org, but he is also a spinning wheel of winning things professional on the ClearProp. So we definitely appreciate you, buddy. So what have you been up to? You been flying? You got any just the tips, or what's going on?
No, I did go for a flight last week, and it felt good to get back in the air after a little over a month. But yeah, tomorrow got the Florida cross country video coming out, so stay tuned for that. And other than that, I'm kind of itching to hit some fly-ins. You know, it's flying season; they're coming up.
Absolutely. Isn't there one that's going to be coming up pretty soon that you're sponsoring or supporting?
Are you talking about on June 8th through the 11th?
Yes, I am.
And that is the Fly It for Gauge fly-in down in Bowling Green, Florida. June 8th through the 11th. Awesome place to fly. 2 huge LZs and fun for the whole family. So yeah, check it out.
Excellent. We definitely appreciate you. Now, you're going to be doing the spinning wheel winning things. We got a t-shirt from flydragonppg.com. We got 2 stickers from jbppg.com. We have a calendar from carepp.com. And of course, we're going to be giving away Run Into the Sky stickers. And also, we're going to tell you how you can win a brand new free May Day reserve from Run Into the Sky in Paramotor, Arkansas. So guys, just definitely stay tuned. Will Fly, tell us a little bit about all the cool videos that you do and how we can get up with you on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Well, I'll leave it up to you guys to judge their coolness, but check them out at YouTube. You can look for Will Fly or just go to willflyppg.com. And yeah, click what is that, Shawn? You click the like or the subscribe or what?
Yeah, click that like, hit subscribe right? Hit subscribe on his channel and hit that bell notification. That way, anytime that he uploads a video, you will be notified.
Right on. Oh, I wanted to say also, Angela she said that when Jim was talking, hey, yeah, it'd be great to hear about your adventure.
Oh,
So she can't wait for you to be a guest on the show.
Excellent. You know what? We can kind of do that tonight. I mean, that sounds good. Let's go ahead and try to do that. But first, let's get back up with Scuba Steve and his kiting, since he went into a monologue earlier. So let's go ahead and continue that kiting thing. Now, I understand what you're saying, right? So you haven't kited in a while, and then when you tried to kite, it kind of just went, how the hell do I kite? And I understand because, you know, we talked about this before. You know, Jim forgot to, or was it you, Jim, that forgot to put your hands on the brake when you tried to go forward, do a forward inflation, or was that somebody else? Oh, that was you, Scuba?
That was me. I
Oh
was
my-
taking off though. That's different.
Okay. Obviously, we need to have a little bit more time under our belt when it comes to kiting away. So, Scuba Steve, tell us a little bit about, how many. All right. So, when did you go to school? How many flights did you do? And how many hours have you been able to kite your weight?
Ooh,
And
that's-
what happened this last yesterday? Or whenever?
no, that was today.
Oh, that was today. And then tell us about.
Well, I mean, as far as me, when I went for training and stuff, that would be last year, May of, yeah, we're in May now, right? Yeah, May of 2022. Matter of fact, I think my first attempt at flying, would be tomorrow. That was my first ever attempt. So it's almost my 1 year anniversary, but I only got 2 flights in. And and I trained with Kyle O'Glee in Louisiana, which he is a great instructor. I do not take anything away from him whatsoever. My concern was I didn't have a great deal of time down there. I wish I could have stayed longer, but I couldn't. So, and in no means did I push him going, hey, I need to get in the sky. I need to fly. I was not doing that. He thought I was ready, which at that point, I was doing really good, and I was able to get my first flight on May 5th of last year. May 4th, I flew for about 30 feet. I don't know if that counts.
Of course it counts. You were in the air. That counts. Why not?
Okay, so May the 4th be with me. Yeah, that was what happened on that flight. Was I think my leg straps were a little tight. So when I went to take off, I was trying to pull a little more brake so I could get that extra little bit of lift to go in the air. And as soon as I felt that, it's like I just instantly got scooped in my seat. And I'm thinking, oh, it's fine. Now, granted, at that point, I was probably 235 pounds. I'm to like 250 now, but on an Atom 80, okay, 28 meter wing. So I had to run really far to even try to get into the air. So I felt all the weight come off of me. I felt the wing pulling me. I gave it a little bit of brake. It felt like it was pulling. And next thing you know, it scooped me in my seat because I think my leg straps were too tight. And I flew right down into the ground. Luckily, I could tell. I mean, you know if you're going up or down. I knew I was coming down, so I immediately let off the gas, killed the motor, and the prop. I knocked off probably a millimeter of the prop. He was like, "Oh man," I was really hard on myself. I was so pissed because I didn't get in the air. But he was like, "Dude, you didn't even make it into the bucket of shame. I'll have this fixed in 2 seconds." Which he's not lying. He fixed that prop that night, and I flew with that same prop the next day. So props to him for being able to just repair.
Props to him.
Props to him, So so today I bought my own equipment after I left Louisiana. I came back home here, and they were having a fly-in.
Right.
Now, I had my first flight with Kyle there, and then we did a mini fly-in with Bill H. and Tony or Travis DuPont, I think, was there. A lot of the guys down there we got to fly with. Awesome little bitty fly-in. And then I came back home to Virginia, bought my equipment. I got a factory R Moster 185. I have a BGD Magic Wing, which is 27 meter. When I first got my equipment, they were actually having a fly-in here in Virginia, which is called Soar the Shore, which is on the Eastern Shore. So I went up the Eastern Shore and I was like, you know what? This is brand new equipment. I'm going to try it out, and went, and my very first attempt, I got in the air. Boom. It's amazing how much more power than 185, especially the factory R, over the Atom 80 is. Because I hit the gas and I was in the air, and I was like, whoa, that was fast. So my landing was, how do I put it? I turtled. So yeah, I landed, and basically I was coming in so slow that when I tried to flare, there was nothing there. And I kind of came in and was on kind of my knees, and then I wasn't prepared for the weight of the motor to hit me. So as soon as the wing started to deflate, the weight of the motor hit me, and I immediately fell on my back. So that was flight number 3.
And you haven't flown since then,
I
right?
haven't flown since then. I have tried. I tried to go over to Pocosin here in Virginia to fly, but it was literally the swamps. I tried to get my wing up, and it was pulling mud and stuff into the wing. And I was like, man, I'm way too new of a pilot to be trying to fly out of a swamp, which is what that was. So I didn't do that. So today I'm like, you know what? It's warm back up outside. I was waiting for the cold weather to go away. It's warm. I'm going to go kiting. We had 20-mile-an-hour gusts, supposedly 10-mile-an-hour winds, but the winds were really variable. I didn't bring my windsock, which was a no-no. I should have brought my windsock. The wind was changing so much. Every time I brought my wing up, it was pulling to the side. I already talked about that, but yeah. Make sure you check all your lines, that you have no compression knots, even all the way up to your trailing edge, because I had one that I couldn't see because it was right up against the trailing edge, right at the line. So I didn't see it.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something real quick, bud?
Yep.
So when you were kiting this wing, were you hand kiting it, or were you clipped in?
Good question. At first, the first few times I did try hand kiting it. And then I couldn't see the line. I don't know why I couldn't see that line was tangled. I was looking at the wing and not the lines, and it would go over. And that after the second time, I was like, something ain't right. So I went and checked the lines, and I was like, oh, well, the damn line's tangled. No wonder it's messing up. I fixed that. Kited a couple more times. That went okay, and then I decided to clip in. I did a reverse clip in, but there was honestly not enough wind. I got the wing up, kept it up for a little while, and then the wind would just die, and I would just set it back down onto a wall and wait for wind. And it was weird because I had mom, dad, and their child watching me while I was doing that. I was like, I'm just going to stand here. Y'all can watch me, but there's no wind, so I'm just going to sit here right now. That's the way it went.
Exactly. Will Fly, you just put something up. Can you read that real quick, buddy?
Yeah, so James is suggesting it's a good idea. It says you probably need a week of refresher lessons from an instructor or on comms talking to you just to make sure you're safe and don't damage your equipment. I don't know about a week, but it wouldn't hurt to go, spend a couple of days,
Yeah, I'm not saying that I shouldn't whatsoever. I really know that. I mean, I don't plan on just running out there and trying to take off again. I definitely need to get some kiting in. I'm not going to put all the blame on me for today. The winds are really switchy. I mean, y'all had tornadoes and everything else. The winds are really bad here today. They're literally coming at me, and then all of a sudden 90 degrees the other way. And I'm by a school with a lot of rotor coming off of the school right there and the trees. But if it gets to the point where I feel like I'm uncomfortable or that I need more training, then I'll just stop right there and I'll go and I'll get more training, I guess, and then do it again.
Right.
This
What state
reminds
are you in? What state are you in?
I'm in Virginia.
You're in Virginia? Okay. So it's a heck of a trip down to Kyle's.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we definitely flew down. I did not know Louisiana was so barren. Well, at least that part of Louisiana, the very north part of Louisiana, there's nothing there. Nothing. Most of the houses we saw were grown up with grass and nobody was living there. And I was like, okay, well, this is how it goes out here, I guess. But yeah.
What
Okay.
is that saying? The saying where it says, if you can't kite, don't fly. There's some kind of pithy statement. How does that go? You guys remember?
Can't kite.
Can't flight, or can't fly, can't kite. It's no flight, something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking, you know, based on what Scuba Steve was talking about, that's a perfect example. I very seldom kite before I take off. I usually just build myself a nice little wall and go. But if you had a tension knot in there, and
Right.
that could be really hard to get out once you're up in the air.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if you go to pre-kite your wing before you take flight, you want to make sure all those lines are clear, because what would have happened if I went to take off with that? I mean, I would have went up and immediately started pulling to one side and maybe crashing to the ground. That would be terrible.
And you would know instantly if the gusts of wind are coming on a shear direction, and you'd know a lot just by taking a few minutes to kite first.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If I have any wind whatsoever, I mean, I always kite. If it's no wind, I mean, you're not going to have anything to kite with. But if I've got any wind, I always kite my wing, and that's like the first step in me making a decision whether or not I'm really going to fly or attempt it. If I pull my wing up and I study it, you know, what is it doing? Because that's what it's going to do when it's over my head and my back's turned by or whatever, you know. So if it's, you know, relatively consistent, then yeah, that's a sign that it's going to be.
There was definitely no consistency today. I would get that wing up, and in the wind, you could literally see the wind would come in and fold my whole wing on the side. I'm like, yeah, this is not good.
You said something else. You said that the winds were like 10 gusting to 20.
Yes.
Which is double of what the sustained winds were.
Right.
And I don't know what you use, Shawn, but if the winds are, whatever the winds are, the gusts, I don't want to be more than half that amount. So like
about 5 miles an hour. So you don't want more than 5. So if it's 4 gusting 10, that's more than 5 miles an hour gust. You don't want to do that. Even though your sustained winds are low and it's still under 10 miles an hour, 4 gusts 10, that's still a lot. And with what Steve is saying, 10 gust 20, I wouldn't even put a kiting wing out there. That's horrible. Matter of fact, one of the things I tell my students is no more than, 8 miles an hour. You know, when you're a brand new student, and you're a brand new student, even though you've had 100, even though you got a year under your belt, you only got 3 flights. And that to me, is still a new student. Yep. I honestly would not get out there in more than 8 gust 8. 6 gust 8 is more than enough wind to do a reverse. It's more than enough wind to do pretty much anything that you need to do. Anything more than 8 could become very dangerous for a brand new student. So be really careful when you do something like that. If you need to relearn in high winds, we do have kiting wings that we have over here. And let me know after the show, and we can get you a kiting wing so you can do something high winds.
What we did, especially down at Kyle's, because we had some high winds in Kyle's, the wing we had, I think, was a single skin, but we were, if the wind hit us really hard, we just basically sit down, and then the wing would just, I'm so heavy. Kevin, the other guy I was training with, he only weighs like 110 pounds. It was picking him in the air. But for me, as long as I sat down and I held my brakes, I was fine. So, I mean, the weight has a lot to do with it, plus the size of your wing. If you got a really big wing and you bring that thing up and you get a strong gust hit you, it will drag you across the ground or through the air and then slam you into the ground. So,
you said that you have a 28-meter wing, right?
It's a 27, actually, but yeah.
So 27-meter wing, and it gusts up to 20. You would go flying, and you can end up in a tree. You could get yourself in some serious trouble.
Definitely.
From a 10 gust 20. Were you wearing a helmet?
I had a helmet there with me. It never did the 20 gusts I mean, it did say in the windy thing that it was gusting to 20, but I never experienced. I don't think it ever got to 20, honestly.
Okay. I'd be really careful.
If I felt any really, I felt one strong wind.
Were you videoing it?
No, you know what? That would have been great video.
That would have been awesome, man.
Yeah, I should have
We could have
videoed.
learned from that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The only strong gust that I felt, I wasn't kiting at the time. The wing was on the ground. That was the only strong gust I felt the whole time. I mean, this was all late night. This is right before the show, literally. It was like 6 o'clock to, 5:30 to maybe 6:30. I think I was kiting. That was it.
So you said you had your helmet with you. How far away was it?
Too far.
In the car.
It was literally like 300 feet away in the car. So yeah, it was
you'll
too-
be fine.
That's like Will's reserve.
It was too far away. I will say that. I mean, I didn't think that I was going to need the helmet. I really didn't think the wind was that
In
bad.
10 gust 20, yeah, you need a helmet. If it's strong enough for reverse, you need a helmet. All right. In
Yeah.
1 to 4 miles an hour, where you can only do like a forward reverse or forward inflation, maybe not. But a bicycle helmet is so light, there really isn't any reason not to, especially with a real wing that can fly.
Yeah.
A kiting wing that can't pluck you in 20 miles an hour, that might be a little bit different.
Right.
I just pulled something up on Aviator. Well, I Googled about kiting wing, and I weigh 106. So it's like, for my size or whatever. But it just says here, Aviator Paramotor just announced that they have a new kiting wing called the Roadrunner. Did you guys know about that? And
Yeah.
they said it gives a new edge to training and ground handling. Not only that, but it's adaptable to pilots of all sizes.
And that-
Adaptively named.
That's what we don't use the Roadrunner, but we definitely have these kiting wings, the only kiting wings. And I have found that it makes all the difference in the world when it comes to training students. Because when you get a student on a bigger wing, there's a lot of momentum in these wings. So if the wing starts going this way and now you're trying to stop it, by the time that you stop it and it comes back this way, now you're letting up the brake, the momentum is still bringing it all the way back over here. And now you got this huge oscillation. So these small ones are extremely forgiving. It flips over onto the leading edge. It's really no big deal because it just will flop over and land softly. I actually got a kiting wing that I was showing one of my students because he came over from very far away and only had a day or so with me. So we opened up the kiting wing in some really twitchy wind. And let me show you real quick what really strong wind will do. Really strong twitchy wind, but it didn't pluck. It didn't pluck me up in the air. It was a really strong wind. So here I am with this wind. It's switchy, it's turning, it's all over the place. But even in the high winds with this small wing, it just doesn't have enough surface area to pluck me. I mean, I can hand kite it. So, obviously it's not going to lift me at all. So I did this
If
video.
you had my wing right there, you'd be on the roof of that house right now.
Oh, I know, on any real wing, even a small wing, like a small wing that flies, it would have plucked me up in the air, no problem.
You can tell that wind's strong. You can just see that from the tree right there, the way it's blowing. Yeah, you can tell that wind's strong.
So when you have strong winds, but you have a nice kiting wing, you can get out there and really dial in your kiting, especially when it comes to, strong winds like this. So I would definitely recommend, if you're able to, get yourself a kiting wing. And if you want one, get up with me and I will give you, I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up with a kiting wing. You need one. So let me hook you up with it. It is 7:42, so let's go ahead and pop up the spinning wheel because we got a lot of stuff.
Oh, it's spinning wheel time. Spinning
We
wheel
got-
time. If
we
y'all
got a
hadn't
lot
say
of stuff
hey
to
to
do.
Will, then shame on y'all. Just like,
I didn't get one person.
got him?
I got Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane. We got to add him,
Good deal. Glad that you're.
which his name wasn't so freaking long. A
never
skinny-
trust a skinny. Shane, you're gonna have to cut that down. How about Skinny Chef Shane? How about that?
Or just
How about the chef?
Shane. We know that there's only one Shane that's Skinny Chef.
Okay. So we got them. And while I'm pulling this up, we're kind of having fun, with the winds and stuff, Scuba, but I would not kite in 10 gusts to 20 winds, but I will tell you that I have tried. And that's how I know that I won't kite in 10 gusts, 20 winds.
I completely agree with you, Will. I completely agree with you. My thing was I was anxious because it's been so long since I kited, and I was like, this is the first day we've had since I've moved where I have an area where I can go kite, and the winds were in the questionable range, but I was like, I'm gonna go kite. And I only kited for a while. If I thought it was dangerous, I would have just packed it up and came home anyway. So, but yeah, it was not the ideal conditions to be kiting for sure.
Yeah, I got a problem with my location. When I look at the winds, it says 10 gusting 20, but it almost is never gusting. It's always very laminar. So it's like, I kind of I go out there anyway.
Laminar would be awesome. That's why you go to the beach, man, and just laminar wind, constant. Then you can really get some kiting practice in, which there is a beach not too far from here. It's Buck Road Beach. I should be able to go. The only problem with going to the beach is you get a lot of people that want to come see what you're doing. You have to answer questions. You can't really, so you have to do it at a time when there's nobody there, which that doesn't happen. So good luck.
What I wouldn't do is I wouldn't do that when there's a low pressure, because when the low pressure is there, then you've got all the winds coming straight at you. And it's not like it's so they can be colliding and they can be going all crazy directions on you, and you'd never be able to.
Okay.
I think I'd have a real hard time if it was a low pressure system right where I was.
Yep.
We got everybody. Shawn.
All right. So Linda, you ready to say hello to everybody? If you are, don't forget to unmute yourself.
Okay. Oh, here I am. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No.
Okay.
Is this a Verizon commercial?
You
What
probably
the
had
heck?
enough of me. All the drama at the beginning, before I couldn't even get on the screen. I'm like, geez Louise. Okay. All right, let's get down to business here. Hi, chatters. I'm glad you're all here tonight for Monday night. Only place to be. And let's see who's in the spinny winnie wheel tonight. We got Brian Franz, Bonnie Franz, Gary Simons, John Wayne, Jeremy, Tony Marzano, Angela Preslick, Kramer, Next Batman, Michael Jasper, Deweese Milstead, Don Beville, James, Daniel Roush, Joe Adele, Timekeeper 68, Plainfield PPG, Slow Days, A-Lines, Travis DuPont, Flying Flamingo, Jade, woohoo! Stephen Goodpaster, PPG the other Nick, Never Trust a Skinny Chef, Shany.
Damn, look how you put that in there.
Scott Barlow. All right. Welcome, everybody. Good luck.
Yeah, did I get Kramer?
I
Kramer's in there.
thought she said, yeah, Kramer's in there
Okay,
up
good.
towards the top.
Yep, just
Yes,
going through the
yeah,
list.
she's in
making
there.
Sure.
Yep, you got everybody in there once. I double, triple checked.
Cool.
Good luck, everybody.
I double dog dare you.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Shuffly. Who wants to give away something first?
Me.
Who said me, Jim?
Jim said he's ready. He's fresh from the Mexican boat. Mm. Oh, look at that cow. Damn, it's
So-
that big? Holy crap, Jim.
It's a calendar, man. It's
Oh, wait.
awesome.
I know, but
Yeah.
that
All right,
looks,
Oliver,
that
we
looks
got you,
huge.
man.
I don't know.
So-
Sean Nasper might be jumping in.
How much for the invisible calendar? I'm just wondering.
Those are very expensive.
Oh,
You give me
damn.
$100 and I'll get you an invisible calendar.
Oh, yeah.
That
John.
smells like maple money. What?
John must want that calendar. He jumped in here.
Who does what?
Shawn Nafzger, Oliver Giacondis.
Yeah, I'll make a calendar with you, Jim, but I have to fly enough
Yeah.
times to get enough pictures
Yay.
to make a calendar first.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So we're gonna be giving away a lot of stuff. Like I said, we
Hi,
got
John.
a flydragonppg.com t-shirt. We got JB PPG. We got 2 stickers from him. We got a calendar from Jim from carepp.com. Runintothesky.org is going to be giving away a ton of stickers. And don't forget, we also got the code from last week that is going to be, I don't know, let's go ahead and do that right after this.
I know, right, Scuba?
If you
I
know
forget every time.
if you know the code from last week, get ready. We're going to do it right after this spin. So this is going to be for the calendar from ppgcalendar.com. Don't forget to go over to ppgcalendar.com, create that free account because Jim loves to give things away for free. And he'll just go down the list and go, how about this one? I'll send him out something for
Let's
free.
see inside that calendar, Jim. I want to see if there's enough space to write on the individual days. Do you have enough space in there to write stuff on the?
Yes.
Oh yeah, look at there. Okay, that's awesome. So, the thing I like about calendars like that is when the day space is big enough for you to write, okay, my sister's birthday is today. You can write that in the individual spots instead of really small squares. You're like, I can't write something in that.
And
That's right.
And we know how old you are because you're talking about paper calendars instead of your digital calendar.
Hey, you're close to
I
mine.
love the paper calendars.
Apparently, Will's older than me. I don't know how the hell that's possible.
They didn't have any. Well, that's all they had back then is paper calendars.
The paper calendars.
We couldn't get no damn paramotor calendar, and we get something from the insurance company. Here's your calendar.
Oh yeah, the little magnet things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Since we're gonna be doing the spinny wheel. The spinny wheel fly.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look, he even put the spinny wheel. That's messed up, Will. All right.
Make sure that you hit the like
spinny
button.
wheel. All right, I got you.
Hit that like.
We ready to go?
Yeah, that's right. How many likes do we have and how many people are watching?
Got 34 watching.
34 watching, so we got to have at least 30 likes, right?
17 likes.
All right. If you like to win
Yeah.
free stuff, please hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up.
Okay.
That definitely.
Man, it just like freaking jumped to 20.
The more likes you do, the faster Will will post his next video that we're still waiting on.
I know, right?
Tomorrow, man. Tomorrow.
I gotta give him shit.
What was the .com? Justthetip.com? Is that the one, or paramotortips.com?
Paramotortips.com. Yeah,
Paramotortips.com.
you say Just the Tips was taken?
I don't know.
Or something?
I don't know. So
Well,
is that .com working?
No.
Okay.
No.
It'll be next year before he gets that working. You better get that working, buddy. All right. Whenever you want to spin. And this is for ppgcalendar.com from Jim over at carepp.com. You want to watch this crazy.
Y'all can't say he didn't shuffle.
carepp.com. And
I'm
then
gonna say
can
Shawn.
you guys not hear me?
Oh man, are you kidding me? He was like the last one I put on the wheel.
Oh, cool. There you go.
Congratulations, Shawn.
I heard Shawn. All right.
Look at this, Shawn.
All
This is
right.
the second week in a row that I guessed who was
I
gonna
gotta
win.
grease that wheel a little too. That's
Yeah,
cool.
you might want to grease that. Shawn just jumped on and now he won like a calendar? What the heck, man?
Yes.
I think this
that
wheel's rigged.
2 weeks in a row now. The last person that got added won. On the
Yeah.
spinning wheel.
Yeah, I think so.
Congratulations, Shawn.
Yeah, right on.
Hey,
Yeah,
congrats,
last week.
man.
Remember
I'd say
last
you
week
earned
we
it,
got-
but you didn't really because you just jumped.
That's all right. Don't worry.
Hey.
We're giving away a bunch of other things.
I just realized I already signed this calendar. So, Shawn, you better, and I put your name on it. So you better go to ppgcalendar.com
There you go.
because,
Yeah, you got to now, man.
yeah, look at that. It's there.
Shawn's actually I invited Shawn to jump in because I told him we were talking kiting. So there he is. See how I roll? That's how I roll. This
What
is
did I win?
Yeah, but Scuba's
Wait, I
gone.
won? I won?
Wait,
You
he's
won.
on the panel. He can't win.
Yeah, you're on the panel
cheating.
now.
He's on
So.
the panel.
Hang on here a minute. I had to push pause on YouTube because I had a double in my head. I won. What did I win?
From the calendar.
You want a calendar from ppgcalendar.com.
Yes, fine.
Awesome. Well, thanks, y'all.
There you go. You get a
I
podcast.
appreciate that. I'll give you my information
That's
after the
for
show
Shawn.
because, I don't like to give internet, all my information.
Sure, Shawn. Actually, what you can do is you can go to ppgcalendar.com
Oh,
and
geez.
you can connect with me through that.
Yeah, so go to ppgcalendar.com, create that free account. That way Jim can send it out through the account right there. That way you don't have to give him all the information. You don't have to call
So
him.
there's Calendar. Is that an A? CALL?
ALENDAR.
E.
Oh, geez.
So
All
a
right.
calendar-
I'm
calendar
just going to give that after the show because
Okay.
It's
I
way
can't- I
too many
can't possibly-
letters. I
yeah,
understand.
that's way too many letters to remember and all that crap.
So
All
a
right.
calendar is what you cook with. A calendar is what you cook with, and a calendar is what you hang on the wall. You don't,
But I
you don't
appreciate
hang
that,
the
y'all.
colander
Thank
on the
you.
wall, hang the
That's
calendar
awesome.
on.
Absolutely. I do want to say something real quick. We are trying to raise some money for the nonprofit organization runintothesky.org. So we are going to be giving away, look at this beautiful brand new Mayday 20 from AppGo. All you have to do is go, we're going to do a raffle. Okay. So for every $5 donated, we are going to give you one raffle ticket. And the way to do that, if you look in the super chat, I did put the Run Into the Sky address. It's also down below in the description. This raffle is going to be running all month long, and we're going to be giving away this. Next month, we're going to be giving away something else. So we definitely want you guys to get your raffle tickets and help us raise some money. Now, we already had a donation that's going to pay for a complete paramotor set. We got the paramotor, brand new paramotor, and a wing already lined up. So definitely thank you guys for all of the donations. That's really going to help us out a lot. Runintothesky.org. Also, too, the Paramotor Arkansas is going to be part of the nonprofit. So Paramotor Arkansas will be the very first nonprofit flight school. And you are watching now the very first paramotor or nonprofit paramotor podcast, Run to the Sky Paramotor Podcast,
Wait.
which we're eventually going to be. Yes, Steve?
You said that this paramotor and wing is the first thing, but isn't the pilot that you're training now also going to be using a trike? Isn't that also in there?
No, that was not part of the Okay, so we had enough money in our donations for a brand new wing and
Right.
a brand new paramotor. Now, he will be using one of my trikes that will be on it, but we're hoping to get enough money where we can get him a light trike.
Y'all guys need to help out. I mean, Shawn has done everything he can. I mean, I think he's doing a great job with this guy that really needs. I mean, he's been through a lot. I mean, if you've watched any of Shawn's videos, this guy has been through a lot, and I'm really impressed by what Shawn has done. And to get him a motor and a wing is freaking amazing. The guy obviously is going to need a trike. He's got a lot of back issues. He's not going to be one of those that's like, oh yeah, I'll just foot launch. No, he's going to need that trike. So if you can donate to runintothesky.org, help this guy out so that he has a complete setup and he can actually live his dream from all the stuff that he's been through. I think he deserves it. I really do.
Absolutely, which is why I decided that everything's going to be a nonprofit. I don't need to make a bunch of money. I don't. I want to help people get in the sky. I want people to get really good quality gear. I don't want people to go to eBay and get 20-year-old wings and paramotors that fall apart.
Oh my God, that's
You know?
terrible.
So
That's terrible.
I have been very blessed in this community as far as having a lot of amazing people, dealers, importers, people that care, people like you out there that watch the show. And maybe not this show, but there's shows all week long. And there's a lot of amazing people out there. We're getting up with Resurgence PPG also. So we're going to be able to help all the people that gone through training to get them brand new gear and wings and stuff too. So we'll be getting up. I mean, this is not, being a nonprofit means that we can get up with other nonprofits and we're not competing at all. We're able to join forces and help many, many, many people, and that's what we want to do. If you guys have won anything in the past and you have not received it from ClearPropTV or this podcast, please get up with me, because everything usually goes out in a week or two. If you have not received it, please contact me, 501-747-3558. If you're missing a
Yes.
calendar, if you're missing a
I
calendar, please
I
get
didn't
up.
receive my paramotor. I did not receive that yet.
Crap. Just get up with me. My phone number is 501-747-3558. Text me and let me know that, well, you didn't get your paramotor. We'll make sure we send it out. If you didn't get stickers,
You
we'll
said
send-
that way too fast.
we'll
You said
send it
no
out.
way, there's no way I could possibly pick my phone up and type those numbers in that fast, Shawn.
If you can't keep up, you lose out. That's all.
Yeah, pretty much. What's really good is that this is recorded, so you can always go back. Once
Oh.
again, ready for this? Actually, Shawn, you got my number. We've texted before. My
I
number.
do?
Yes, we've texted before.
Well,
He's
we
he's
have.
messing
Oh,
with you,
okay. Well,
Shawn.
you know what?
Shawn and
That's
Shawn.
excellent.
Shawn-
I'm gonna double.
Shawn is-
I'm gonna double
Shawn's
check because
messing
I
with
you.
I have a hard time believing this.
Really? Because we've talked about your
Oh,
kiting
but-
stuff. We talked about
but-
your business doing the kiting things. We've talked many years.
Yeah.
Am I just
I
worth?
want to-
Am I just worth 10%?
Oh,
Why do
yeah.
people not remember me? Come on. Now.
I have to remember so much crap. You know, I mean, it's a lot. As a matter of fact, a little birdie came by and tweeted on my shoulder, was like, "They're talking about kiting on the show," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll stop in and see what you guys are talking about and
Right.
see if there's any questions or anything that I can help with."
Exactly.
You know,
If
It
you got,
was without a
guys-
doubt my worst kiting session I've ever had.
I wish you could just come over here and just go to one of my classes. Because,
Shawn, if I lived like right next door to you, if I was in Louisiana, I'd be like at your place every day. Shawn, what are we doing today? Because
Yeah.
I would be there. Damn
You
it,
wanna
Steve,
hear-
leave me alone. You would
you
be
wanna-
pissed off.
you want to hear something
Closer
funny?
to
Steve?
Shawn Nafzger.
You want to hear
Yeah.
something funny, Steve?
What's that?
Yeah.
The whole neighborhood knows that I teach, and I've told everybody in my neighborhood, you want to learn how to fly? I'll teach you for free. Just come on out to my classes. Guess how many people have taken up that offer?
0? That blows my
Oh,
mind. That
man.
blows my mind. I mean, do nobody? Okay,
It's a niche that if you want it, you find a way of doing it.
yeah. I mean,
But going back, if you guys won something and you did not receive it, don't wait a month. Don't wait 2 months. Don't wait 3 months. If you don't get it in a week or two, please text me. You guys all should have my number in your phone. Once again, PPG Grandpa, Shawn Simons, my number is 501-747-3558.
just letting you know, I didn't receive my free paramotor that I won on the show.
Could you say that
There you
slower?
go, buddy. The text has been sent.
All right, excellent. You also know too that you can listen to our show by saying, Alexa, play PPG Grandpa's Paramotor
Hey.
Podcast.
oh, thank God it's not in this room. Okay, because I got like 18,000 Alexas in here.
Oh, Lord.
Alexa, stop. Yeah, Alexa.
Good thing
Yeah,
is
that
I
backfired
changed the
on you.
names of them. They're not all Alexa. I got Alexa, Echo, PC, computer.
Yeah.
That way I don't.
Dang. How do you sleep at night?
You don't talk in your sleep, do you?
Well, it's as simple as you don't even have to say the name of it. All you have to do is say, "Hey, boo boo."
I put YouTube on my TV with thunderstorms and rain. Why that helps me sleep, I have no idea, but it works every time.
Oh, that's so funny. I put on Jim Gaffigan and
Yeah.
he puts me to sleep.
There you go.
He's a
I
great
completely-
comedian, but
I
man,
understand. Yeah.
Jeez, maybe you have kiting dreams and then you fall asleep. Speaking of kiting, Shawn, the other
Mhm.
Shawn, not you, Shawn.
Grandpa Shawn, Grandpa, or
Okay, I'll be Shawn number 1.
no,
and
no.
Simon's gonna be Shawn number 2.
Grandpa Shawn. That's
Okay,
fine.
Yeah.
Grandpa.
Yeah, that
Shawn.
works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much better.
All right.
Shawn with an E and Shawn with a W.
Yeah,
Irish,
Or H,
Irish, not
know.
Irish.
yeah.
Yeah.
See all the red? See all the red? It looks gray, but it's really red.
Yeah.
Well, Shawn, since you're late, I'll tell you what happened.
He's not, he wasn't late. I just invited him in the Zoom because I knew we were talking kiting. So
Hey,
be
Will.
Well,
nice.
screw it then. I
Hey,
want
Will, while they're
then I
talking,
want a
let's go ahead and
calendar.
let's go ahead and pop up the spinning wheel again real quick while everyone's talking.
Oh,
'cause
we have to
I'm
do.
gonna
we're
say
have
it's
to do
rigged.
Another thumbnail too, because Shawn's here now.
we will.
The wheel's rigged. As soon as I came in, then I won a calendar.
That's
I'm
because
just
I
saying.
yelled out your name and it went right to your name.
But it's because it's rigged.
Yes.
Oh darn, Shawn, you're winning stuff. It's rigged. Oh my God, come on now.
Yeah, I know.
So this
Yes.
one is for the
horrible.
new paramotor, right?
This is for the new paramotor, sure.
The
So
one I didn't win.
exactly.
Let's see.
All
Let
right.
me-
All right. So has anybody said anything? 12 days till Brian and Bonnie go hang out with me. Excellent. Sean Simon's my phone number. Excellent. Now everybody has it. What's your number in Canadian? It's 501A 747A 3558 a boot. All right. That's my number.
a boot.
There we
A
go.
boot. All right. So we're going to be spinning the wheel. However, the first person that puts in the code from last week wins a sticker from JB PPG. Go.
Ooh,
All
I don't
right.
think they're gonna remember it.
I'm going to say slow days.
Right? Oh,
So
I want to
Say
say Bonnie.
Slow Days is going to win.
Yes.
This thing
I
is
think so.
rigged. Look at
Go
it.
in
It's
the
sitting
chat.
still.
I'm gonna go with Bonnie.
It's not
All
even
right.
spinning.
BR
no,
549.
it's not spinning because the
It
first
actually
person,
is. I greased it really, really well.
the first
Oh.
person in the super chat that puts the code in from last week wins a
Bonnie got,
sticker.
oh, Kramer. She got
Kramer
it.
got it.
Shane, I had a good time with you, bud. That was fun.
So Kramer got it. Bonnie was next. Next, Batman.
Fire rate.
Luis, you
Yeah.
got it. That's awesome. So I tell you what, the first person, Kramer, gets the sticker from JBPPG. The rest of you guys, text me 501-747-3558 and I'll send you out some brand new, right off the press, runintothe.org stickers.
Hey, I gotta say something about
Can you
those
beat
stickers.
that, guys? He's still giving y'all credit for just answering.
You did it.
Yeah.
Up,
But
up,
those are really cool stickers. Do you have any of those you could show, by the way?
Those
I-
run into
I
the
really,
sky
really like
stuff
it.
that,
Right
that
here.
James has been doing is really nice. Really
Yeah.
nice.
So between go and stop, those are the people that win. So Kramer, you win the stickers from jbppg.com. Bonnie, you get a run to the sky. Next Batman, you get a run to the sky. And Deweese gets a run to the sky.
I
And
think
that was
that's
it. That was
Yep,
it.
that's it.
All right. So you guys text me 501-747-3558. Let me know that you want the run into the sky stickers and I will send them out.
That's messed up, man.
What is?
So,
Because you get 747, which is a
Airplane.
airplane, and
Yeah.
we're 757. It throws me off because we're 757 here.
Are you 757-3558? Then that's crazy.
No, we're 757 and blah 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 afterwards. But the
Blah, blah, blah?
757 is our area code.
Okay,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
hey,
And then-
I want to say
Shane
something.
was on my show, Angela. You didn't watch it?
Yes, she was. I'm gonna
Bad,
stop it there.
bad, Angela. Bad. Spank the Angela. All right.
Hey, I wanna-
Wow, spanking Angela. This is not a PPG show now, is it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
We were PPG. We were
You are
trying.
out of control, Scooby.
Hey, I want to say something because Bonnie said that hers showed up before Kramer's on her computer, and it will always show up first because it was your computer and your text is going to show up first. But for everybody else, it goes through the lag, and then whichever one it gets first, it'll, propagate like that. So I completely understand what you're saying. If I were to type something right now and we all typed it at the same time, mine would show up first on my computer.
Well, hold on a second. James from jbppg.com. If they both go to jbppg.com
Uh-oh.
and they make a free account, would you be willing to send both Bonnie and who else won? And
Kramer.
And Kramer?
They are both signed. Yep, they are both signed up. They've won with me before. So yes, I can send both of them something.
Well, there you go. There's the 2 stickers that you were going to send out. There you go. Excellent.
Bada bing, bada boom.
There we go. Now we also got a Fly Dragon PPG t-shirt that we're going to be giving away. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel for that one. Must be present to win.
Ooh.
Must be present to win. And
Must be present to win.
when it pops up on your name, you must, in the super chat, type in flydragonppg.com to be able to receive that t-shirt.
Ooh.
Don't, we'll have to spin again. Must be present to win. And if Will's
I
talking,
did contact
you are
Fly
on
Dragon
mute.
PPG, and they said they would send me the T-shirt when they got back from Sun and Fun or Fun and Sun, whatever it's called. So yes, awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
Will, if you were going to say something, you're on mute, buddy. I don't
Yeah.
know if you were trying to say something.
Yes, I accidentally hit the wheel.
Oh,
I
Well,
okay.
hit the wheel
That's
accidentally.
fine. That's
It's
fine.
an
We're good.
absolute pleasure to meet Scuba Steve in person. By the way, I'm just saying, John Simard. I've seen you before, I think. I'm pretty sure. James Belleville. I don't know if we've ever met, but what's up, dude? You know.
We've
Yeah, right on.
chatted in the chat before, but never met. This is our first go around.
Oh, right. on,
John,
buddy.
we're
Right
gonna
on.
meet in person. How's that?
Can this one go?
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
meet
go
in
ahead, spinner.
person?
Absolutely not. This does not count.
Ha.
First off, you need to close the ad by hitting the X before you hit the wheel. So that way it's a clear screen.
This is
Ooh.
spinning way longer than all the other ones. He's changed some settings.
That's
Yeah,
because I
That's-
came in.
The Spinny King is speaking. Yes.
I
The
fixed
spinny
it. So it's-
Will.
I call,
Who
yeah, Sean's
is
the
it
Spinny
going to
Winnie
be?
King.
Who is it
So
going
imagine
to
setting the spinny
be?
wheel to spin for like 2 hours.
Now, if it lands on slow days, I'm gonna fall off my chair, okay? Because I said slow days.
That's getting
Hang on.
close.
I think
Seriously.
you might be.
Yeah.
Ooh, that
I don't
looks like slow
know.
days to
Might
me.
get some
Yeah.
Michael
Oh, wait, no.
Jasper.
I'm
Michael
thinking,
Oh my
I'm thinking
gosh.
it's Deweese.
Wait,
Maybe.
this one
Oh my
didn't
gosh,
count,
it's
right?
still going.
Yeah,
Michael Jasper. Woot, woot. All right,
Oh,
Close.
man.
all right, Michael, you
Congratulations,
got
Michael.
1 minute to type in flydragonppg.com in the super chat to let us know that you are here and you want that shirt from flydragonppg.com. 1 minute
Close.
starting
Now,
now.
to be clear for everybody
Yes,
on the
John.
internet, okay?
Yes.
I'm
yes.
not spinning the wheel. This was not me. This was all Will Fly.
That's right.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
not get confused. I'm off work today. You know, I'm just saying that the wheel is not me.
This is the
Just
one that's
letting you
not
know.
rigged.
Sean rigged it. Oh my
We're all-
God. It's all Sean's fault. All right.
Sean taught me everything I knew. I know.
Thursday, where's Robert? I saw that little tiny black arrow on there earlier, and I thought there was a bug on the screen. I was all looking at it. That little-
You're fading out.
Yeah, you're fading out. And I do want to say something in the super chat. Kramer says that James makes awesome stickers. He sent me a custom one with my name and a trike. Wow, you sent a trike too? I want everyone to see his sticker. Wow, you send trikes out? That is awesome, man.
Well, Kramer, you need to post pictures of it so that we can see your stickers.
Yeah, did we
'Cause
actually?
I'm sure James.
do
I'm
one?
sure
I mean,
James
do we
does
have
an
one
excellent
show?
job. But
Did we have a sticker?
Have what?
show? Did we show a sticker? One of those stickers?
I don't think I've got hers.
Kramer, put some links
I
in
don't know if I got a
Facebook.
picture of
You
it.
know, well, I know you can't put it in chat, but go on Facebook and post some pictures of what you got so we can see it.
I see Travis put down flydragonppg.com just in case I win next spin. So yeah, there you go. I mean, might as well.
There you go. Yeah.
So, but what I did for Kramer was I actually got on her Facebook and took a picture of her flying her trike, and that's what I made that decal out of.
Oh, that's nice, man. Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah. that's
Damn,
awesome.
James. Well, I got to get some better pictures before I think about making a sticker out of it. I don't want a picture of my face plant, so we're going to wait until I get a better picture.
With that, we need a faceplant sticker for sure.
No, I don't need a face plant. Yeah, with a whole scorpion thing with my legs.
Definitely.
That's a good face plant there.
We'll just need to make one of a turtle. and
I
we'll
think
send
Shane's
you-
got a better one though.
All
You guys-
right. If we don't,
Their
if-
thumbnail.
Get with Will. I need your info. You have my info, Shane. What the hell? All right, whatever.
Okay,
right.
so just to let you know, I found the website and I typed in the comment thing. You know, I was on PPG Grandpa Show. I went to calendar. Here's my information. Send me all the good stuff in the mail that I can stare at.
Dude,
Put it on my wall.
he's just fishing, man. You're in
sounds
trouble now.
I know. I
Do
know.
we-
I know. I'm thinking, you know, how do I word this in the correct, appropriate manner? This is the internet and a PG show, so you know.
it's PPG. It's PPG. It's fine.
PPG. Okay.
Ah.
Well, I
Angela.
I would technically, if you have children, tell them to walk out of the room for the moment.
Oh,
Okay.
this is a very safe show. This is family friendly. This is a nonprofit show. Be good.
I'll make it
Angela.
sound good.
It's
I will
literally
always-
on his background. It says jbppg.com. Are you asking for his website when it's literally right there?
I did it.
He's,
I did it last
it's
time.
right behind his head. jbppg.com. There you go. He can help you out.
So how
If
do
we
you spell
did-
JB?
If we didn't get a winner, let's go ahead and put the spinning wheel up again.
Oh, are we doing another one?
Well, if no one claimed flydragonppg.com,
Wait, we were only going an hour, right?
yes, glad it's only an hour. So we did not get anything from our winner that must be present to win. Is that correct?
Yeah. No. Yes, that's
I didn't
correct.
see anything.
Okay, let's go ahead and spin again then. I mean, who was it? I didn't write it down.
Wasn't it Mr. Jasper? Michael
Yeah,
Jasper.
Michael Jasper.
All right,
Oh wait, he
Jasper,
did.
he's in
saying
there.
He did.
you did.
Yeah, he's saying he did look up, so we missed it. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
see it. Let me look back. Michael Jasper.
I'm sure he did.
He's that.
I think we should give it to him.
I don't see it, so go ahead and type it in real quick. Make it official. Michael, I don't see it up there, so
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. I'm
know.
scrolling back. I don't see anything.
I don't see it. Maybe it didn't hit enter or something. He did not. Nothing comment. Spin it. It says Jay. Well, Michael, go ahead and do it real quick. Make it official. So
Like, this
I
is
need
too
to
much
have a
work.
screenshot of Scuba's face plant. Thanks, Kramer. I appreciate that.
I enjoyed
Hey, I'm
it.
not
I
the
mean, I
only-
watched I believe there was
Shane's
a
face
video.
plant is so much better than mine. I'm just saying.
all right.
I
So
did see the video, and that I was impressed. I was like, "Oh, look at that! He can pull off a good Superman." You know, I hope he's okay. And you were good, so yeah. I was like, "Wow,
Go ahead and spin
impressive! You could do a belly slide very easily, very quickly too. That's awesome."
go ahead and spill. Go ahead and spin.
Yeah.
Here we go.
These 4 run into the sky stickers.
Ah.
I'm gonna say James.
You gonna say James?
I
All
want
right.
to say slow days.
I'm gonna go with somebody that's not even Jeremy.
Until it stops.
No, John Wayne. It's got to be John Wayne.
I'm surprised John Wayne hasn't won anything. He usually rigs this wheel.
I know, right? Good old geriatric PPG.
I know, right?
I
Oh.
actually got to meet John Wayne at a flying, and it was an awesome experience. He's really
Oh,
cool
you
dude.
got to meet him? Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, John Wayne is awesome. He came over here a couple of times. We go fly.
How comical
Daniel
is this?
Rouge.
You better not be Shawn
Is
again.
it gonna be?
I'm calling it rigged.
Skip timekeeper.
I'm calling
Tommy,
it rigged. It's
Daniel
enough to be a
Rouge?
nail biter. It's staying at Daniel Rouge. Congratulations, Daniel Rouge.
Yeah, I see Daniel
on,
Rouge
Daniel.
coming up.
See, it is totally not rigged, or else it would have landed on my name.
All right, go ahead and spin again. So Daniel Roosh, you won some stickers. Make sure you go over to paramotorarkansas.com. If you have not done so already, please make a free account and then text me at 501-747-3558 and let me know you do want the stickers.
You
If
do
you don't-
want that
If you
sticker.
do not want the stickers, don't
You
text
do
me.
not want the stickers.
What are we spinning for this time?
We're just going to be sending out a bunch of Run to the Sky stickers. So let's just keep on spinning and keep on winning.
I'm
Hell
serious. Those are
yeah.
really nice. Those are really nice looking stickers.
Well, Shane, your face plant was from your feet getting caught up in your lines. My face plant was literally just a straight up face plant, no lines caught in my feet whatsoever. I just literally face planted.
Hey,
Literally looked like he was pulling
DPG,
Superman.
The other Nick.
Skinny Chef Shane and Will Fly on your show. If you want to give away some Run into the Sky stickers, you can give just spin wheels as much as you want to. We'll send out we'll send out Run to the Sky stickers on your show,
There
and
you go.
also on Jade's show, and also Paramom on your son's show over at, what was it called?
Paraglidingtalk.com. Did
And
I
we'll
say
def-
that right? Did I
that
say
was-
that good, Shawn?
That was good. That was good. So let him know that he can give away Run to the Sky stickers. Plainfield.
Hey! Congratulations. You need to have like the little sound effects, like clap, you know.
You don't hear the laugh in the background?
No.
He didn't even say me, and I'm gonna
No,
give
I
away
think-
some of his
think you're
damn
the
stickers
laughing.
anyway.
Did you set it up for optimize for video and sound? If not, it won't.
No. I mean, have you ever heard the applause?
Nope.
Oh, it does it on mine all the time. I'm going to change that then.
Yeah, just close it out, then redo it.
Sorry,
There's
Plankton,
times
we have to
where-
redo it.
There's times where I've had issues where I couldn't hear the applause, but everybody else could, and
Oh,
it was loud.
So
I
when
had
you
no. I was
share it,
like, huh, okay.
just share it like you would with optimized video and sound, and that should work.
can
We
can
just need
do
to have
another
Paramount with a
thumbnail
bumper.
Wait,
with
wait.
Shawn's here,
Silent. You
Grandpa?
mean share sound, right?
Yeah, hit sound also. Scuba Steve, if you want to give away stickers on your show, we'll do that too. So give away.
All right.
How's that go? You get a sticker and you get
You
a
get
sticker.
a sticker.
You get a sticker.
Everybody gets a sticker.
I like
So,
it.
Will we see your entire desktop?
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, we
That's
see
not it.
Or
everything.
well,
We see-
Everything,
yeah.
everything.
We saw for my eyes only porn.
Oh, you saw
What?
the meat fairy folder.
See, now I don't feel bad about calling my calendar paraporn. You know, like I could just be like welcoming guests, like, "Ooh, check out the
Yes,
paraporn
do
on the
not
wall." It's
share your
absolutely
entire
astounding.
desktop, just that window.
There's that
Ah.
better?
See you,
Yeah, just that
timekeeper.
window.
I'll be on Friday as usual. I'll see you there. What day is my show? Well, the other Nick, I just answered that. Friday,
Well,
8 to 10 Eastern.
well, how do we get to your show, sir?
You can go to paramotordude.com, courtesy of Shane. Shawn.
Shane
Shawn,
or
I'm
Shawn?
sorry.
Or Grandpa.
There's too many Shawns and Shanes around here.
Just say Grandpa for goodness sakes. I am
Oh,
a PPG
Grandpa, there,
Grandpa.
courtesy of PPG Grandpa,
There you go.
Motor Arkansas.com.
Arkansas.
Yes.
oh Lord.
Cat, shut the hell up. But yeah,
Don't yell at your cootie.
this cat is in heat and it is driving me up the wall. It goes in heat every 3 weeks and it's driving
That's
me.
generally how it goes with cats that go in heat.
Will,
we
just
had
keep
all the
on spinning.
cats
Keep on
fixed
spinning, Will. Just keep on
except
spinning while we
this
talk.
one, and
Okay.
this one's the one that's gonna drive me.
And
Come here. Come here.
did you see what?
Hey, wait a minute! That landed on my name. You see that?
No,
You see that?
not quite.
It
That
was.
the
It was.
shuffle. So
Oh.
Kramer, did you see Kramer's comment there?
No, what?
Shawn? She thinks that Michael Jasper's having technical issues. So,
You know, it could be the storms. There are storms
Are
out
you
there.
all right now, Kitty?
yeah, so he probably did win that last one.
Yeah. We told them just put it in there to make it official, and then go to Fly Dragon PPG and let them know that they won a T-shirt on our show, and they will send out your correct size. whatever.
Well, he sent a screenshot. He said,
Meow, meow.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We believe them. Just like I said,
All right.
just go to
I
Fly
got your
Dragon.
back, dude.
Okay.
Absolutely. Go to flydragonppg.com. Let them know that you won a t-shirt on PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast. Oh, we don't see it spin now. We hear it, but we don't see it spin.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, it's still
Yeah,
stuck on
it's like
Shawn's.
frozen.
He didn't click on optimize for video.
I
and
did
audio.
click on optimize to video this time when I usually don't.
Yeah, well, don't do that and just do the sound thing because we heard it. That was pretty cool.
Sure will.
I'll try
Because
it,
beat
I'll
them
try
up
it again. I'm
tonight.
telling
Here,
you.
just-
I was thinking he spun it so fast that it wasn't spinning. You know, it's like a fan, you know, how it goes like this and then it starts going backwards because it goes so fast, you know?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll try it again here.
This is like the show called Let's Talk Spinny.
It is. Let's talk.
All right.
Speed.
You know,
So this time I'm not going to optimize the video. And we'll try.
Okay. I'm going to, as it's spinning, I'm going to say thank you to all of our sponsors for paramotorarkansas.com. You can definitely go there if you want to learn how to fly. Care Printing and Publishing over at carepp.com. Vortex Aero. Check out Vortex Aero at vortexaero.com. Sky Sports USA. Check out Sky Sports USA at skysportsusa.net. Run Into the Sky nonprofit organization is runintothesky.org. We also got SkyTap Paramotors. Check out SkyTapParamotors.com. Paragliding inspection. I think that there's an actual .com for it, but the only one I got is paragliderinspection.myshopify.com. So we'll be looking in for a real .com in the future. Skylab SIV, if you want to learn how to control your wing when it collapses, go to skylabparamotorsiv.com. Also go over to check out Serenity Island at serenityisland.org, one of our sister nonprofit organizations in Florida. Kangook America, check out kangookamerica.com. Air Sports USA, you can find them at facebook.com/fly Air Sports USA. Also airsportsusa.com. And of course, if you want some merch from here, I'll go to iloveppg.com. All of those links are in the links below. Make sure you check them out. And we definitely appreciate all of our sponsors. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel and keep giving away some stickers from runintothesky.org.
Can you hear it?
I can hear
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
it's just like the fan, like I was saying. You see, it's like going like,
I think it had to be reset because I didn't change any settings.
Oh,
except for
it's a
optimize
spinning
and-
now.
oh yeah.
It's a spinning now. How many people are watching? How many likes do we have? If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so. That really helps us a lot.
Yes.
32 watching, 25 thumbs up.
Thank you
Oops.
guys.
I just
Definitely
took my
appreciate it.
thumbs up away. I was like, oops,
What?
I guess I already. Let me
I've-
put that
I've-
back on there.
I've seen that where it drops down and drops goes back up. I'm like, yeah, they just double checked it.
They
No
get
problem.
it.
I didn't. Let me.
A-Lines, I sent your
Back
stuff out
in.
today. A-Lines, I sent your stuff
Or
out
it's
today.
gonna be James.
I hope
No,
it-
I said James earlier.
Well, yeah, James.
again.
That's great.
That's
Whoa.
Gary. James, congratulations.
That made me
Everybody that
laugh.
wins, make sure you go to paramotorarkansas.com, create that free account. Don't forget to put your mailing address in, because if you don't have your mailing address in, I can't do anything. Let's go ahead and spin it again just for fun. Let's keep on spinning. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
come
What
on.
are you
Let's,
doing to this poor guy,
let's,
Grandpa?
let's spin. Let's just give away stuff, man. I love giving away stuff. This is all, of course, if you want to donate to the nonprofit, you can go to your very favorite Cash App and go to Cash App, the $ Run Into the Sky. All donations will go directly to Run Into the Sky. All donations, of course, are tax deductible because we are an actual 501c3. Yay! I love being a nonprofit.
BR
Say
549.
slow days again.
I don't know. Are you taking off the people that win so they don't win over and over again?
No.
Slow days didn't win. Oh, you're telling him taking some people off. I see.
Because look at James almost won again, but that's okay. It's all good.
Oh, that's right. He did, huh? Yes.
Yeah. Deweese win something on this show? No, not Deweese.
I think it's gonna be
Stephen Goodpaster? Oh, good, good,
I
good.
bet you it's Angela.
Yay.
I bet you it's Angela.
Angela.
Oh, no.
That is crazy. Stephen Goodpaster, congratulations. Go ahead and spin it again. Now,
Oh my God.
you guys know all you have to do is go to paramotorarkansas.com, create that free account. Make sure you put your mailing address in there. If you won tonight and you want the stickers, please text me 501-747-3558 and let me know that you do want the stickers that you won on the Spinny Wheel, W-I-L-L, Spinny Wheel. You know, this is Will Fly's Spinny Wheel apparently, and this is Paramom's show. So what the hell? I mean,
There you go.
this ain't mine no more. It belongs to all y'all.
Oh, fun.
Go slow
Oh, my
days.
goodness. Oh,
Bonnie Franz. I got a whole box for Bonnie for all the stuff that they win. Joe,
Adele.
did Joe win? I think Joe won.
Damn, Will, that's scaring the shit out of me. All right.
I know, right? Stop that. I'm going to have nightmares. Joe, congratulations, buddy. Like I said, make sure you go over to paramotorarkansas.com, create that free account. Make sure you put your mailing address in there. Then text me 501-747-3558. Guys, if you don't have my number in your phone, do it.
Yes.
Let's go and spin again.
That laugh sounds like
We're
you.
spinning again? What?
We're-
Shawn,
we-
what?
I got a bunch of, okay, I just got a ton of new Run Into the Sky stickers I really want to give away.
Give it away now. All right.
Now, don't forget, if you guys want to be part of the raffle and win this awesome reserve, all you have to do is look down in the description, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Run Into the Sky in the address below with any donation that you want. Every $5 donation gets a raffle ticket. So if you want to really win this thing, just send us $1,000, man. You got all the raffle tickets. How Klaus, Scott, next Batman, Tony Manzano, John Wayne. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
John Wayne wins again. What?
Woo!
Like I said, this thing is rigged, man. See?
If it's rigged, laugh.
Even he agrees.
All right, John Wayne, congratulations. You got my number. So let's go and spin this wheel again. Let's spin it again. Let's spin it.
Dang, man, they don't spin the wheel nearly as much as we do on the Thursday, as we do here on the Thursday night show. Do they?
I know, right? That's all we're gonna see here is just spin, 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 spin.
The spin show.
How the spinny show, the spinny wheel show.
I know. Poor Shawn. I invited him on the show. We're going to talk kiting.
Well, she was telling me that you all were talking about kiting, and then I pop in and I went to calendar, and I'm like, okay, I'm confused. And then,
We really were talking about kiting.
We were. It's a good thing that we need to talk more about, obviously.
Well, yes. I mean,
and that's why I'm here. Is I'm like,
Yes.
what better of a person to discuss such things with is myself,
Yeah.
because well, I've been there, I've done it. You know, I do it all the time.
Daniel
Go to our
wins
website, you'll see.
again.
What?
I don't know. I think it's Bonnie.
I don't know. Apparently,
Probably is Daniel.
somebody's
'cause
not
I'm always
taking off.
right.
Somebody's not taking off the winning names. I think that might be it.
Well, but I didn't know we were supposed to be doing that.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. Let's just keep on winning stuff. Now, this next spin is not going to be for stickers, but for 5 extra
Dollars.
much for
5
what?
extra raffle tickets. So
5 of them?
5
Yeah.
extra raffle tickets. So let's go ahead and start doing that. All right. So let's spin for not only stickers, but 5 extra raffle tickets.
5 extra raffle tickets. Right.
Matter of fact, you know what? For everybody that won anything tonight, let's go ahead and give you an extra raffle ticket for trying to win this APCO Aviation reserve. All you got to do is send a self-addressed stamp envelope and we will add in an extra raffle ticket for everybody.
Bill,
that
you
gets
just
one.
now showing up, you some bitch.
Who?
Ooh,
Bill
He-
H just
let's
showed
keep
up.
it G. Let's
We
keep
didn't even
it.
know you was all right from the storms,
Scooby.
damn it. You've got to show up earlier than
Tell us
that.
how you really feel, Scuba Steve.
Yeah, no
I'm just
kidding. Right?
saying. He's gonna show up late, like, oh yeah, my bad. My
Sound like you're
house
hangry.
is still there. Yeah.
Are you hangry?
I am hungry.
Yeah.
The wheels thing, it helps a lot.
Excellent. A-lines. Hey,
That's
so real quick, A-lines, I sent you out your hat today, so we appreciate you, buddy. And also too, if you want to, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Run to the Sky. The address is down below. You get an extra raffle ticket. So you might want to do that. Let's go ahead and spin again so we get some more people some extra raffle. Oh, no, that was 5 extra raffle tickets, right?
5 of them.
5. Everybody else that won today, you get 1 extra raffle ticket. Now we're spinning for, let's just spin another 5 raffle tickets if you want. You know, obviously this is up to you, but we're looking to try to give this away. We're trying to fund our nonprofit. We want to get more and more people really good gear and, of course, proper training. If you're missing a limb, we actually got a fabricator that can help fabricate a motor so you can fly, or a trike so you can fly. We want to get everybody in the air. So who wins an extra 5 raffle tickets from Run Into the Sky?
If he Dewey's or
Is it going to be Dewey's?
Yes. I think it's going to be Deweese.
I think it will be. I don't know, because of the lag sometimes.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
Dewey's.
Yeah, Deweese is it.
All right, Dewey's, congratulations. You also got an
Yay.
extra 5 raffle tickets. Now, maybe we can ask Will to change it to, like, I don't know, applause or something, because I'm going to have some scary, scary dreams.
Yeah.
I have to I have to like unshare though here first to do that. So
you don't like the laughing? I
Okay.
think it's
y'all talk
funny.
amongst yourselves.
It's scary, man. I'm an old grandpa. I can't handle that stuff.
Well, I want to know, with as generous as Grandpa's being tonight, how do I get you to be my Secret Santa?
Oh, wait a minute. I just laughed scary. Whoa, I almost knocked off my computer. That's a scary laugh. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm everybody's Secret Santa tonight. If you won anything and you won stickers or anything tonight, make sure you go over to paramotorarkansas.com. Even if you won from Fly Dragon PPG or JB PPG or the calendar from ppgcalendar.com, just go over to paramotorarkansas.com, create that free account if you haven't done so already. Make sure you add in your mailing address. That's really super important. And you guys got an extra raffle ticket. Just send a self-addressed stamped envelope. And the end of the month, we're going to be drawing for not only this, but some other free things. But the big one is going to be this reserve, brand new reserve. We got,
I got a question really quick. real
sure.
quick. And then I promise I'll like mute, but can we do another thumbnail because Shawn's here?
Yes, let's do, yeah, okay, let's do another thumbnail. Will you be able to do that? Will you? And if you're talking to us, you're on mute.
All right.
All
So
right.
y'all ready?
Yep.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Got it.
Yay. All right. Good dill pickles.
Hey, is there any way I can
Good
get
deal,
this shout out
pickles.
to
All right.
That's a good dill pickle.
A new one. Good deal.
All right. We're going to spin again, and this again is for another 5 extra raffle tickets. If you need or want a brand new reserve, it's a Mayday 20 from APCO Aviation. Mayday 20, very much free, brand new, still in the bag. It's really crispy. You like crispy? I like crispy. This will be crispy. Anybody that's ever won anything in the past, I tell you what, you want an extra raffle? Just send a self-addressed stamped envelope. Let me know that you won in the past, and I'll give you an extra raffle ticket. All right. Who is going to win this time?
Now, the question is, when are you going to draw this raffle?
This will be at the end of the month, and then we'll have something new again for next month.
There you go. So the end of April. So y'all have this entire month to get all your donations in to get.
There you go, Slow Days.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
That was perfect timing.
You go, Slow Days.
That was awesome. Congratulations. An extra 5.
That's great.
Do we want to give more? You want to give more? Let's go ahead and spin again and do more.
All right, here we go.
So this is for another extra 5 raffle tickets. Man, I tell you, the winning is in your favor if you're on the spinny wheel. We'll have to definitely do this again. I really like to spin and give things away. I love this. If anybody out there has things that they want to give away for our raffle, if it's a nice big something or other, let me know. And if you got stickers or something that you want to give away, let me know also, and we'll spin the wheel for that. Hey, Paramom, don't you have something from your son that he wants to give away?
Yes. It's, oh, can I say it? Because I was making it a secret.
I don't want his COVID or whatever the hell you got.
Shawn again. Ryan Franz.
Ooh, Oliver, I get it.
Condis.
Oliver, again, good for you, buddy.
Huh? That's my kind of yeah, I like that. That's
I
like
got a
road
funny
trip.
feeling that his name is Olivier.
Yeah, might be right.
I actually talked with him, and he was on the panel one time, and he said that he goes by Oliver would be fine. So Oliver, congratulations, buddy. And it's good to talk to you. I miss talking to you, man. You need to jump back on here again. Hey, who wants to spin the wheel again? Let's spin it again for another 5 extra raffle tickets. Let's win this beautiful May Day Reserve, still in the package, never been used, from APCO Aviation in Paramotor, Arkansas, and runintothesky.org. Spin the wheel, who's gonna win? Spinny, spinny, spin.
I got those stickers. I got to put them in the mail. Get them out to you.
Do you
Got 'em
want?
all ready to go?
All right.
Hey, tomorrow night on the Paramotor Hangout show, we're gonna have Zach Watkins. He's the guy that flew over the state of Hawaii, and I mean the whole island.
Oh yeah, that looked awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great show. So tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. You want to check it out? It's ppgshane.com. Is it gonna be Oliver again?
That's so crazy.
I'm so
I think A-lines.
I'm not. Never mind. I didn't say that.
Yeah, it's gonna be Lions.
All right, so do we want to give A-Lines a total of 10 or more stickers or what? A-Lines, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and give you 10 extra raffle tickets. You know what? There's a lot of people else on here that didn't win yet. So let's go ahead and spin again, and let's get somebody that hasn't won any of these raffle. Hey,
Now,
this
I gotta
time-
say, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Okay,
Oh, good.
because I don't have to spin the wheel.
Okay.
It just keeps going and going and going. This is nice.
All right.
I kind of get why you all enjoy this so much.
How about this? How about we give away 10 extra raffle tickets and not only stickers from Run to the Sky, but from paraglidingtalk.com.
That's right.
We'll get a paraglidingtalk.com sticker,
That
Run
needs
to the Sky, and 10 extra raffle tickets.
Yep.
And if it's A-Lines again, you are just one lucky dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
And there's A-Lines right there in the target.
It's gonna skip right over him though.
Let's get Dewey's. And Gary's like, good, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. Angela's like, no, keep on going.
It's gonna be Angela this time.
Oh my gosh, it's right there on the mark.
I think it's gonna
Oh
be
yeah, look at that.
I laugh every time that goes up.
I noticed.
So that is 10 extra
Right.
raffle tickets. You know what? I only got one more space on my book here. So let's go ahead and spin it one more for another 10 extra raffle tickets
Hope
for
you
the
take good notes.
for the APCO Aviation. It's a brand new reserve. It's a May Day 20 from paramotorarkansas.com, paratalk.org, clearproptv.com, runintothesky.org.
And then when this contest is done and you get all the names, then you're going to do it live on the show then?
Live drawing on the
Live
show.
draw,
And
okay.
it's not going to be just one thing that we draw for. We're going to have a ton of other things that people are going to win absolutely free.
Okay.
Wow. Why is it always on that one side there? It seems like it's only on this one side. Kramer, Michael Jasper. Michael Jasper?
If it lands on Fly Swapper, I'm going to say it's rigged.
Yeah.
It won't.
Excellent. Did we say 10 stickers?
Mhm.
All right, we got lots of raffle tickets, so definitely congratulations, Michael. Let's see who won today, and let me look. So Daniel Roosh won some stickers, so we'll give him an extra raffle ticket if he wants one. Just send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Run Into the Sky address below. Plainfield PPG. 1 stickers plus an extra raffle. James won stickers from Run to the Sky with extra raffle. Stephen Goodpaster won stickers from Run Into the Sky and an extra raffle. Joe Adele won stickers and an extra raffle. John Wayne won with a sticker and an extra raffle. And Daniel Roosh, well, you got both of them? Okay, so you got a total of 2 extra stickers. Good for you. A-Lines won 10 extra raffles with a bunch of stickers. Deweese Milstead won 5 extra raffles with a bunch of stickers also. Slow Days, congratulations, 5 extra stickers. Oliver, 5 extra raffles with stickers. Angela Preslick won not only stickers from Run to the Sky, but also paraglidingtalk.com and 10 extra raffle tickets. And Michael Jasper won stickers with 10 extra raffles. So we're going to be doing this every single Monday. We're going to be giving away a bunch of stuff. So please tell your friends, let everybody know to come here. If you're listening to this and you were not listening to this live, I understand. Sometimes that sucks. You weren't able to watch this live. Don't worry. If you go to paramotorarkansas.com, create a free account. Don't forget to add your mailing address. Text me at 501-747-3558 and say you want an extra raffle ticket and stickers, and I will send them out to you absolutely free. Dum, dum, dum. Sound good?
That's awesome. Scuba, check your messages, man.
Scuba.
Check your messages, Scooby.
I got so many messages. Wait.
What messages are we looking for?
Zoom messages.
Oh, Zoom.
Zoom messages. Hold on. I got to check a different box for that one.
I know, right? There's so many different venues now for messaging.
Oh, you got an.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I got you. Let me see.
So we definitely appreciate everyone watching tonight, everyone listening to us after the fact. You're listening to PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast, ClearPropTV.com, that is going to be merging over and be owned by runintothesky.org, a nonprofit organization designed to help people run into the sky. There we go. Did you get it all taken care of, Mr. Scuba Steve? Did you see what
I think so. I mean, I got girls knocking at the door and scratching and stuff.
Oh,
What's so
my
funny
God.
about that, Linda? What's up?
You got it. You
Just
are
like-
out of control, Scooby. You're out of control.
I do want to also say thank you very much for Jim in Canada with his maple syrup smelling money, but he also gave away a calendar from ppgcalendar.com. If you haven't done so already, please go over to ppgcalendar.com, create that free account, because he loves to give away free stuff also. Stickers, calendars, good Lord. He even said that he gives away checks. I'm not sure what kind of check. I'd make it out for $1,000 to whomever, but you know, hey, that's just me. Send some checks out. If you want 10% off of anything, make sure you say, hey, I heard about PPG Grandpa, and he will give you 10% off of anything over at carepp.com. If you want to watch his crazy shenanigans, go over to careppg.com. Also over at jbppg.com, James has given away 2 stickers tonight. He also gave away a mystery box last week. Make sure you go over to jbppg.com, create that free account. Don't forget to put your mailing address, because he also loves to give away free stuff.
That's right.
Right on.
All
Okay,
right.
so Shawn's going to talk about kiting now.
Oh, darn.
I am. Oh, okay.
Only if you wanna.
Oh, yeah, we can.
So let me
Absolutely.
let me ask you, Shawn, if I was a brand new pilot and I only kited a little bit last year, and then this year I decided to whip out my 27-meter wing in 10 gust 20 wind, would that be recommended, or what would you recommend for someone that would do something like that?
I would say that that's a problem. That's a guaranteed problem. When you're talking gusts, first off, you want to check the wind, but you also want to check the gusts. There's times where the wind will be 6 miles an hour and it'll barely be 3. And then all of a sudden smacks you in the forehead. 20-mile-an-hour gust, 23, depends on the area that you're at. It's no fun getting plucked. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to get plucked, and you're going to either go backwards if you're facing forwards, doing front kiting, or if you're in reverse, you're going to fly forwards. The wing's going to fly backwards, and well, as they say, learning hurts.
It does hurt. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to Jim real quick. He said that he has to go. He has another meeting. Jim, thank you so much, buddy, for being on the show. We appreciate you giving away a free calendar from ppgcalendars.com. Is it calendars or calendar?
Calendar, giving away a free calendar. And I'm so sorry that I can't stick around for Shawn and hear about the kiting. I would have looking forward to that.
Hey, it's recorded.
Yeah.
You can always go back.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're good. You're good.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Shawn, and we'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Jim. Thank you, buddy.
Good night.
All right, Shawn. So what would be what would be a safe? I guess we need to talk about safety too. So when it comes to safety, obviously different size wings definitely makes a difference. So if you're kiting a small wing at 10 miles an hour, if you would be one thing, but if you had like a 28-meter wing at that same speed, that's kind of dangerous. So tell me, or tell us, what's a safe wind, safe wing? What's the safety aspects when it comes to kiting?
Okay, well, the safety aspects boil down to 1, the size of the glider, 2, the weight of the pilot, 3, gust speeds, and normal wind speeds. If you put a featherweight person under a 28-meter wing, odds are you're going to get plucked pretty good, easily. You put that same lightweight person under a 14-meter seed, you'll be all right. Gusts, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, there are times where the seed will actually pull you and want to pluck you a little bit.
What is a seed for people that don't know?
BGD. It's a ground handling wing, kiting wing. It's good for learning skills.
We do have a question in the super chat. Will, what's that question real quick, buddy?
I think we've answered it, but it was what is the smallest? Kramer wants to know what's the smallest kiting wing, and I think it's the seed too.
I believe it's the seed. I'm not 100% sure because there's a lot of new technologies and new wings that are coming out all the time.
I think that the AppGo is 13 meter. I'll have to double check.
yeah, there could be another one out there too. I don't know what I originally started out with was it was a small wing relatively compared to a lot of other wings out there. They consider it a mini wing, but it isn't a mini wing. It was an 18 meter, and it was decent enough to where I could get it in some pretty substantial winds and not really have too much of a problem with it. If I went and exceeded past 17 miles per hour gusts, though, I'm taking a joyride, and you better be on your game, and you better have your skills, because if you don't, learning hurts.
What do you think about in my situation? I'm like 252 pounds on a 27 meter wing with 10 mile an hour winds, but 20 mile an hour gusts.
No.
So you
20
say
mile an hour gust. A 20 mile an hour gust, I would say no, because a 20 mile an hour gust is enough to pick me up off the ground and fly me backwards in the air.
right.
And I'm 155 pounds. And I'm talking on an 18 meter wing.
You can definitely tell the difference. I mean, you can feel the wind hit that wing.
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of weird. Like if you're just constantly sitting there doing it, you know what to expect. But if that first gust hits you and it feels like it's going to pull you off the ground, you need to stop right there.
Well, and that's where it's important for one to always have their knees bent. Never stiffen your legs up. If the second you stiffen your legs up, you're at the mercy of the wind. And if the wind gust does come, you have no room to depower that wing.
Right.
You're getting plucked. You know, I really would suggest that people have a wing for flying and a wing for ground handling. The reason why is one, you're not tearing up the wing that you're going to be flying on all the time by it rubbing the grass and hitting sticks and bushes and poles and everything else. Another reason is because the size wing does make a difference. However, you get used to ground handling a smaller wing, and you got to correct it right now. You get on that 27 meter wing, and you get that gust, and it is going autistic slow. I mean, literally, you can anticipate it. You can feel what's going on. You can go, not today. Right. And know that you're good, you know? Another benefit of that is the fact that you can take it in a little bit more wind. If it's not flyable for you, if you're a new pilot in particular, you shouldn't be going out past about 12 mile an hour gusts, 12 mile an hour winds. You know what I'm saying? Anything up to 12 mile an hour. Now you go over 12 mile an hour, then you're going to be getting rocked and crocked a bit, and it's going to be a little bit puckery, you know.
What I tell my students is no more than 8 miles an hour as a brand new student.
Mm-hmm.
I think the worst experience I had when I was doing that third launch down there with Bill H. I was doing a forward launch. And we probably had winds between 6 to 8 miles an hour. And the few days prior to that, we had nil wind. So I was used to running really hard to get the wing in the air. So I'm going up against 6 to 8 mile an hour wind, and I ran hardcore. And when you do that in 6 to 8 mile an hour wind on a 28 meter wing, and that wing caught the air, it yanked me backwards. I mean, as soon as the wing hit that zone where it catches the air, boom, I got plucked backwards. So it'll wake you up really quick.
I would suggest people don't take wings out. If they're a full-size wing that they would fly with, I would say do not take it out and this varies from the pilot's weight and the size glider and what they're weighted on it as. But I would say typically between 12 and 14 miles an hour. Okay. 14 being you're on your game. Okay. You can go above that when you're on my game. But when you're, a little bit intermediate or whatnot, then a little bit higher. But for the most part, you want to stay in the lower wind because that's where it's at. You don't want to be in, okay, yes, it is nice being lazy and not having to do anything. All right. That is nice. Sometimes it is nice to just stand in one spot and just let the glider stay up.
Yeah.
But you're not really learning much, you know, and the idea of having it out is to learn something. You know, that's the reason why I did what I did with Calamity Kite Clinic. It starts as Calamity, and then you kite, and then it's like a clinic. And you're starting to learn each process, each step. You're learning what that wing is telling you the entire time.
That was the whole thing. I thought, oh, you know, I've been running to get the wing up. And this time I had wind and I thought, oh, I need to run to get the wing up. But I had wind coming directly at me. So as soon as that kite hit the wind, boom, it just yanked me. And I was like, and it pretty much said, hey, you don't need this much running in this type of wind. You have to judge your wind versus running ratio. There's a difference between on how much wind you have coming in versus what you don't. You don't want to run full speed into an 8-mile-an-hour wind. It's going to yank you backwards. Is what I'm
Well,
saying.
yeah. That's the thing.
So wait a minute. Are you saying that you try to do a forward inflation with an 8+ mile-an-hour wind?
Yes.
No, that's a reverse,
And
buddy.
you don't do that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we would have did reverse. Well, the wind was variable at that point, so it was like you can either do reverse or forward. And I said, "Oh, I'll do a forward," because I figured the wind was at 3. But when I went to take off, I felt a little gust coming, and I thought, "Oh, I'll just give it a little extra oomph to get it up." That was not the thing to do because it yanked me backwards. Right after that, I took off, no problem. But that if you give it that extra oomph with the extra air coming in, that will yank you backwards so quick. It'll make
Now
you
here's something that'll help you out with that.
Go ahead.
When you get your wing out of your bag,
Mhm.
all right, when you lay it out and all that, pull it up. Let the glider tell you what the wind's doing. Because if it's going up on its own, you don't need to worry about that forward launch, Bubba.
That's true. That's true.
You know, I mean, you got to pay. And that's what I try to teach people with the kite clinic is you need to learn the language of the wing because it will tell you everything you need to know to the point where you don't even have to really look at it. You feel it. You understand it. It's a relationship. All right. When you, like, for example, what you were explaining, you were trying to force it up, right? The wind was gusting and you got blown backwards. You know why? Because you were trying to pull a gorilla.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, you're dancing with a gorilla. All right. You pull on that gorilla hard. Guess what? That gorilla's going to pull you pretty dang hard. And it's going to pull you a lot harder than you can pull it. I can guarantee you that. You know, that's a big gorilla, you know, and that's a part of learning what the language of that wing is, you know, what it's telling you.
One thing that's important also for us to address is that, and yeah, Shawn, I agree entirely. I mean, when you pull the wing up, remember I said I kite. If I have any wind whatsoever, I always kite because the wing will tell you whether or not what it's doing. Yes, but it'll also tell you whether or not you're even interested in flying that day. But
not only that, but it can tell you about the cycles.
That's
how the
right.
cycles are running. If it's gusting and then it's just letting down to nothing, you know, poo nothing, and then you're just standing there for a minute sweating like crazy in the sun, and then it hits you again. You know how long that cycle is, kind of, because it's repetitive after a while. You'll notice a pattern to it. It breathes, it pushes, and then it lets off.
Exactly.
All the
Pushes
people
and
that's
leads.
giving me crap in chat. Let me explain what happened.
Wait
All
a
right?
minute. People are giving you crap in the chat?
There's no excuse.
Just say, why not do a reverse? You needed to do a reverse. Okay.
Okay.
I
Well,
would have
let's hear
done
from
a
Steven.
reverse because I was actually, I mean, completely honest, I was much more comfortable doing a reverse. But right before when I went to launch, there was no wind. I was literally struggling to get the kite in the air and I laid it down. But when I went to go launch, for some crazy reason, I got a strong burst of air and I was like, oh, I need to go now. That was the wrong time to go because it was a much stronger wind than what was constantly coming in, if you get my drift. There was a constant wind, maybe 3 to 6, which would have been fine for a forward launch. But when I went to launch, I was maybe getting 8 to 10 at least, which would have been perfect for a reverse launch. I just thought, oh, I'll just power through it. No, that was not the way to do it. Not the way to do it at all.
Something that'll help you out as well. These are little insights that I've acquired throughout the years. If you watch that wing, even if the wind's not doing anything at all, and you're standing there, you're staring at it, you see that little leading edge. You got it laid out just right. It's just sitting there, it's not moving, it's not doing anything. Well, stand there for a minute and relax. Watch that wing. Watch it. Watch that leading edge. You watch all those cells. You watch what's going on, what it's telling you. Because if you pay attention, there'll be a time where you're not feeling any wind at all. But the tips are doing this. And guess what? If it's enough for that tip to move upwards, that's enough to get that glider up. Now, that does not mean that the glider is going to come up, because that wind might be tufted. Just that's it. But if you pay attention to that wing, though, and you watch those tips, and those tips, I'm talking about on the outside edges, you know, you got your glider up like this. When it starts doing this number, just like that, the very tips are moving. That's telling you, I'm ready. Anytime now. Pick me up, dummy. You know, if it's not moving, give it time. You know, sometimes she'll be standing there.
Hey, Shawn, did you realize that JB has changed?
Oh,
I did.
Holy moly! What the heck happened to JB? That's the fastest operation I've ever seen. Well,
Anyway,
Where'd you go?
hey, here's something that.
whoa, dude.
That's like,
Okay.
That'll
the tires.
teach me to take a pee break.
Here's something that I use as a personal minimum. I mean, you know, when you as you advance in your flying, there's two things. There's what you can fly in and what you want to fly in. And at my stage, I'm like, I want reasonable winds. You know, I want to enjoy the flight, not have to fight it. So my personal minimum is if I lay the wing out and the wind is strong enough to blow my wing over, I'm not interested. You know, I could do it. I know I could do it, but it's just not my thing, you know? But another thing we haven't addressed is if you're going to kite, to always know how to stop your wing first, how to bring it down safely.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but I keep a close eye on the bees so I can grab them real quick. And that's just my style.
That's a good idea. Will, real quick, how do we depower a wing in high winds? Let's talk about that, because that's really important. We go through an entire section.
You want me to answer that?
Over at Paramotor, Arkansas, how to depower wings. Let's go ahead and go through all the different ways to depower a wing. Let's start off with, you are in a reverse configuration, clipped in. How do we depower the wing once the wind gets to the point that the pilot cannot control that wing? Shawn?
Okay. You can run forward and pull the C's, which I call the safeties. You can run forward and pull the B's. However, with the B's, it's not always guaranteed. Yes, it will bring the wing down, but it'll be violent, especially if the wind's blowing that hard. You can collapse the front end of the wing by pulling the A's, which will bring it down. But you have to be careful with that, because if you let off those A's, well, it's going to flip.
It will reinflate quickly.
Yep.
Yes.
The correct thing would be to run forward and find the edge of the wind window, which imagine it like this, and it's shaped like a pie. Okay, you got right where my two hands are right now. That's where the pilot is. All right, it would be standing right here. And you're looking from the top. All right, you've got like the glider would be up here. All right, as far as what you're looking at. All right, it's very complex in this format, but imagine like a pie shape, like a cut piece of pie. All right. That is what your wind window would be. You would be at the tip and the air is blowing from over here to over here. And that whole area can shift. You find the edge of that window. You're not going to fly past that window. All right. I mean, you can. I've done a 360 where I've taken the glider all the way around me. But that's very rare. And even then you're hucking it. But there is an edge of the wind window that you must think of. If the wind is gusting really hard, you get it to the edge of the window. Because at the edge of the window, it's not going to pluck you. Sure, it'll want to fly forwards. Sure, it'll want to fly backwards. And depending on your controls and your movements and your motions, that glider can stay at the edge of the window and it won't pluck you. You can lay it down all the way to where the very, very edge, talking maybe 3 cells are sticking up off the ground that are inflated. The rest of the glider is down there on the ground, just laying on its back. You know, walk forward, it will go down. You walk backward, it will come up, you know, and it depends on what motions you do at what times and what the wind's doing, you know, but the finding the edge of the window is important. And if you find the edge of the window, you can collapse and bring it down. And with the high winds, when you have it at the edge of the window, all you have to do is walk. Let's say the wind's coming from the left-hand side, walk to the right of the glider. The wind's not going to blow it. I mean, sure, it might flopple around. And if you're in wind like that, you shouldn't be having a glider out anyhow, kiting in it. Not unless you're at a very experienced level. And even then, sometimes I wouldn't suggest it, you know.
I think we got Will Fly that needs to run. So Will Fly, thank you so much for joining us, buddy. Appreciate you spinning the spinning wheel and all the things that you do for the nonprofit, for all that stuff. So thank you very much, Will.
Thanks, Will.
You bet. It's been a pleasure. So yeah, James, Shawn, Paramom, Scuba, Shawn, Simon,
Will.
the other Shawn.
Grandpa and Shawn, and we'll keep it separate.
Yeah. Oh, another tip: as soon as you can, grab some fabric and hold on to it on the the tips.
Yeah.
Fly like that.
Dive on your fabric.
So, have a good night, everyone.
Peace
Bye.
out, Will.
Oh,
Appreciate
Will.
you, buddy.
Thanks, Will.
James, you got to go too, buddy, or?
No, I was just waving by.
Oh,
And
okay.
another good way to kill your wing is to wrap your brakes. Pick your brakes and wrap them.
Wrap them and walk forward.
Yeah. Wrap them and walk forward. As you're wrapping, walk forward, run forward, but wrap. And you'll have that glider down. And all you got to do is grab that corner of the wing and you're all right. It ain't going to pull you. I mean, yeah, it'll flop around like a wet noodle, but it ain't going to pull you. You know, and that's what
I was going to ask you something, Shawn. Not Grandpa, but Shawn.
Mhm.
If you're out there, like say today when I was kiting in a elementary school field.
Mhm.
And the problem I had was I felt really comfortable when I first went out there, but then I had mom and dad and baby show up. And baby was like, yeah. Do you feel pressure from that? Do you think that would throw you off your game because people are watching you? I mean, is it peer pressure or
No.
what? I mean, because it really threw me off. I was like, man, I was sitting here trying to do this all by myself, and then people show up. And it
Okay,
changed.
now are you dealing with people trying to come up to your lines or to your glider or to you?
No.
Or
Thank
are they
goodness
just making noises?
They stayed back in the background. They did not come over towards my glider at all. They were just watching. That was
Okay.
it. Just watching.
I would not worry about that. And I'll tell you why, because I've had more interactions with people with a glider out on the ground than I ever have flying, ever. And the interaction is what it's all about. Teaching people about the sport, teaching what you can do with it. What, and then, what I do with it is not like what everybody else does, but it is rather comical and entertaining. I make it a spectacle. Okay. I really do. I make it as uncomfortable physically as I can for myself because, I got this. I've done it long enough. I've gotten to the point where I keep it challenging with myself because I have the skill to be able to do that. I would not be worried about if people are watching me because you're doing exactly what you're trying to do is learn. You're trying to learn and grow with it. And if people see you mess up, guess what? So what? You think they're going to do half as good with that glider as you're doing? Never seeing it, never touching it, never knowing anything about what's going on? Probably not. You know?
Right.
If you're paying attention to them, there's a problem there because you should be paying attention to the wind, the wing, any flags that are in the air. I don't even kite with a flag in the air. I listen to the glider. I don't need a windsock. But I've been doing it so long that I don't need the windsock. I pay attention to what that glider's telling me at all times. Even if I'm not looking at it, I pay attention to it. I pay attention to what it feels like, what it's telling me it needs. You know, there's something profound about that because it's a language in and of itself. In time, people will start to kind of click and catch on to what I'm talking about because it did with me and it will with everybody. But it's what I refer to as the aha moment. Aha, and you notice it because 20 minutes after that, they got it. They're keeping it up. They're, playing with it. They're able to move around and be a lot more comfortable with what's going on and understanding what it's telling them because they've honed that.
Hey, Shawn, real quick, I see in the super chat here, Fly Swamper says, as for kiting, Andre Bandera has some good stuff out there on the interwebs. Let's see. Kramer says, I've seen people sit in chairs and kite. Also, people have been laying down, and kiting and stuff like that. But real quick, let's go ahead and go back to depowering wings. Pretty important subject. So depowering wings, that's when we want to, depower the wing. Just like Shawn said, you can grab fabric. You can go to the other side. So if the wind's blowing one way, you go the other way. So you can grab the wing. You can take wraps and walk forward. You can grab the A lines or C lines or B lines if it's up in the air. One of the things that you got to think about, if you are going to go out and you are going to be kiting in higher winds, bring a friend. A
helmet.
A friend can help you because they can go over. If it's going crazy on the ground, they can go and grab one tip of that wing when it's on the ground and bring it to the pilot. And now it's just a streamer. A second thing that a friend can do is to go around and stand right there at that at that wall. And no matter what happens with that person there, the wing is not going to inflate. It'll just go wrap around their legs. So there's
now if you're in wind that is not turbulent, but it's wonky. Okay. This is particularly in the spring and in the fall. Those kind of winds. All right. Everybody's place is a little bit different as far as what happens during the spring and the fall. But for the most part, it's all generally, it's going to be hit and miss. If there are gusts, and if you're paying attention to the area around you and there are gusts picking up off and on, just mediocrely throughout the day, take the wing out and put it at the edge of the window. The edge of the window, like I was saying, it's shaped like a pie, like a piece of pie, like this, and then they got the circle thing over, okay? The piece of pie, think of the pizza pie, all right? You're at the tip. Now, if you're looking from the top down, you're at the tip. And where that archway goes, that's where the wind is going to be blowing. You go to the edge of that pie piece, it's going to be less turbulent than in the center of that pie piece. You keep that glider in the center of the pie piece, you're going to get drugged. You're going to probably get plucked. You're probably going to get drugged, and you keep it in the center of the wind window, it's just going to keep powering you, but you get it a little bit to the edge, it's not so bad. It gives you a chance to kind of acclimate to what the conditions are doing. If you get those little punchies, like I said, the spring and the fall, you get those little punchies, make sure that you know where that edge of that window is and how to get that glider there, because that's going to help you a lot. If there's going to be high winds, listen, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but take a helmet with you. I'm sure.
Always wear a helmet.
Yeah.
Always
yeah.
wear a helmet.
Yeah. Now there's times where it'll be hot, you'll be tired. Well, that guess what? That's your cue to get you a drink and take you 10 minutes. Take you 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get your body back going. What's going on? You know what I mean? Get in the shade, take a breather, give the glider a break, give yourself a break. It's easy to forget those breaks when you're so absorbed in what you're doing that you forget about everything. You can be dehydrated. You make bad decisions when you're dehydrated.
That is
And
true.
that's
Do you have any videos on your YouTube or anything that people can go to watch as far as like, how to kite and how to disable wings or anything like that, Shawn?
I do have videos posted up on ground handling, somewhat what an idea of what you can actually get to the point of with a glider. I haven't posted anything as far as, this is specifically how you do this, and this is specifically how you do that. I'm doing this all on my own, so it's not like I have a camera guy to do everything. So I'm shooting the footage, I'm editing the footage, and I'm trying to put it out there. A lot of times in my area, it's hit and miss. One moment it would be good for this to show this, but by the time I get the camera out and get everything set up and get to where I can actually enunciate what's going on, number one, the camera's not picking me up because I'm too far away from the cameras in order to get the view of everything. And that requires editing and all that stuff. But on top of that, the conditions aren't always the same all the time. If I take a glider out at 8 o'clock in the morning, it ain't going to be doing that, that great. I take it out at noon, though, it's going to be honking and wonking, off and on like crazy. You take it out at 6 p.m., it'll be glassing off a little bit, but it's not going to be honking on you.
Right. Now you have a kiting school. Are you still doing your kiting school, Shawn?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Calamity Kite Clinic.
Yeah. What's your .com, or how do we get up with you?
www.calamityKiteClinic.com.
All right. And for the people that don't know how to spell that, can you spell that for us?
You know what? I'll put that into the chat. How's that?
Okay. How about for the people that are listening? Can you go ahead and say it real quick? That way people that are listening to this after the fact will be able to go there.
Yes, it's www.CalamitykiteClinic.com. And there I've got a couple videos of what is possible when you've got those skills hammered down, where you spent enough time under that wing to really understand what it's telling you and what it needs. You got to think of it this way. You would think that you're the puppeteer and the glider's the puppet. You got it in reverse, y'all. The glider is the puppeteer. You are the puppet. The glider's job is to do its job. And what's its job? To catch the air. Your job is to tell it which direction the air is blowing from.
Exactly. And also, too, if you think about it, it's kind of like two people dancing a ballroom dance, right? You got the music, which is the wind. You got the leader, which is the glider, and the follower, which is you. Now, even though you are the follower, you can still tell your partner which way you want to go to a little bit. So it's basically a dance between the wind, the wing, and you. Now we are coming up on 9:25, so let's go ahead and say thank you for everybody that has joined us tonight. All the people that has watched us, thank you very much for all of our sponsors that are out there. jbppg.com gave out a couple of stickers. We definitely appreciate you and all the stuff that you're doing, not only for your company, but all the things that you're doing for the nonprofit runintothesky.org. We also had Jim from Canada, with his maple syrup smelling money, but he also is doing a lot of stuff for us too, like getting stickers to us and making calendars. Make sure you go over and check out his calendars over at ppgcalendar.com. And am I missing somebody? Who else am I missing? Am I missing somebody? Yeah, probably. If so, then probably. But anyway, we also got, so you can find us every Monday night at ClearPropTV.com. Tuesday, you can go over to the Paramotor Hangouts with Will and the gang and Shane and the gang over at ppgshane.com. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. On Wednesday, you can go over to Jade's show, and you can go there by going to paramotorgirl.com. And then on Thursday, we got the most infamous mom right here and the most awesomest son that does something on Thursday. What's that all about, Linda?
Paraglidingtalk.com with your awesomest host, Robert Michaels, every Thursday night. You can catch him on paraglidingtalk.com. We always have awesome guests on there. And then we have Shawn, who's doing the Spinny Winnie every Thursday night. So make sure you jump on the show, get in the chat, and so you can win stickers. You never know what Robert's giving away that night. And it's a great show. So y'all got to come and hang out. Thank you so much, chatters, for hanging with us tonight. This was really fun.
Bonnie wants to know what will be the secret code for next week.
You know what? You know what? Wait a minute. Who won the okay, so the meat fairy was who won
Kramer? Wasn't it Kramer?
Was that Kramer?
I think it was Kramer.
Okay, and they won one of the stickers from JBPPG. Okay, gotcha. We need to do that code here in just a moment. But before we do that, there's also another show. I can't believe Scuba is trying to, keep me from, promoting his show. But here we go. Scuba Steve's got an awesome show on Friday. Tell us about that show real quick, buddy, and how we get
Friday I'll do a show 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time about vaping. We do a little bit of paramotor talk every once in a while. I will tell y'all, if I go back out to kiting again, hopefully in more favorable weather. Today was not the best day to go kiting. I will admit it, but I was anxious to get it done because it's been so long. So
It is spring.
It's spring, and I'm like, I want to go kite. It was a bad day to do it with the gusts like that. It was a bad day. So if I go out again, I'll make sure I bring the GoPro. I'll record it. If I do stupid stuff, we can critique it. How about that? That way we can say, hey, you were pulling right brake at the wrong time or whatever. We can figure out from there. But yeah. Y'all come check me out, 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. Paramotordude.com will take you straight to my YouTube channel, and you can watch me there.
I hope everyone knows I wasn't busting on you today. I was just having a good time with you. Oh, God, I hope you don't feel like I was busting on you.
You're fine. I'm
we were just talking about that, and I was just trying to, be funny. But, man, I tell you what, Scuba Steve is an awesome guy, and I will feel very bad if I felt like I was busting on him. I wasn't.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I know I'm fine. Damn fine. Look at this shit. Right?
You are fine, Grandpa.
I'm fine, Grandpa. But so
over the head. What's wrong?
So real quick, Scuba, with you kiting today, what was the takeaway that you could help other people, students, people that haven't flown yet, people that are listening to this podcast and are thinking about this wind and kiting?
I believe what he's trying to get to, long story short, is what did you learn?
Okay.
Yeah, what did you learn?
I learned two things.
Takeaway?
I learned two things from this. Number one, do not try to kite your wing, especially now, if you have a single skin glider that's small, fine. But if you're trying to kite a normal size glider, which I was, a 27 meter, don't try to kite in winds that are like, say 10 miles an hour with gusts of 20, which is double what the normal wind speed is. That's a no-no. And number two, always check your lines really good. I knew my A's were clear, my brakes were clear, but either my B's or C's, I'm not sure, I didn't check which ones were actually had a compression knot right up at the trailing edge of the wing that I did not see. And it caused my wing to come down twice in a row, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and it was a damn knot. Once I got that figured out, everything was fine. But yeah, I learned those two things really quickly in the first 15 minutes of me kiting. So yeah, check everything really good when you go to kite.
I would say to most people, a general safe bet. If you're getting a glider out that is, say, you said you use a 26, right?
It's 27. Yeah.
Okay, 27 meter. Okay. For that, I would say somewhere between 6 mile per hour and gusts, maximum gusts. I would not go over 14.
10. I wouldn't go over 10. I mean,
not 10. Yeah.
I mean, he's brand new. I mean, really, he's only had three
Yeah.
flights.
Three flights. Yeah.
Well, but that's what I'm saying though. That's the absolute maximum you should have your glider out in. Is, you know, for bigger gliders, it's going to take more. One, you have more lines. All right. They're generally longer lines. The material, there's more material there. It takes more wind to pull up a 27 meter than it does an 18. An 18 is so light that you set the trimmers all the way out. Guess what? It's coming up in a, you know, you got that 27 meter. Yeah, that thing's going to be hucking and chucking like a boat. You know, I mean, you get any kind of wind that's over 10, 11 miles an hour, it's going to have some pull to it, you know, especially if you're pulling the brakes a little bit or something, you know, and especially in the middle of the window. You want to have air to where you don't have to run forward all day long to keep the glider out. But you want enough wind to where you can pull it up and you don't have to walk or run. You can hold it up. Now, sure, you might have to take a step or two, maybe 5, maybe 15, maybe 20. Okay. But if it's more than 20, wind's too light. Learn how to control it.
20 meter.
That's where it gets fun.
He's saying 20 meters, not 20 miles an hour.
I'm talking 20 steps. 20 steps.
20 steps.
You're making more than 20 steps. You're making more work for yourself. And all you're going to do is run out of field eventually.
I'm going to tell you
You don't
something
want
too,
it.
buddy. I'm going to tell you something real quick. I can have a Atom 80 on my back and zero wind, nil wind, where I can go in any direction. That's how nil I'm talking about. And I'll be up in 10 to 12 steps. It's all about your posture, all about your technique. If you're running like you got a backpack, you're probably running and you're pushing, the air is pushing, or the thrust is pushing you down. As soon as you bring that wing up, you need to immediately lean back, trust your thrust, and all your feet's doing is keeping balance. You know, as soon as you give it gas, the thrust is pushing you. All you're doing is leaning back, keeping balance, and you can be in the air in, 10 to 15 steps. On zero wind, if you have any wind at all, you're talking about 1 or 2 steps and you're in an elevator. Also depends on your wing too. Now, it sounds like you got a new wing, but my wings that I have are so lifty, I can do a reverse in 2 to 3 miles an hour. So you need to come over here and try these different wings that I have, because listening to your story about, being in such high wind, I just can't imagine how, you would not do a reverse in 5 or 6 miles an hour, because new wings, they can pop up so easy. Also too, bud, a single skin usually has a lot more lift.
Yeah.
Well,
it was
usually
weird
it has more lift, but usually the flare authority it's what you call a flopper landing. When you go to flare, it's not the same as a dual skin glider.
I guess I'm trying to say that when you're kiting a single skin, it still has a lot of lift.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't take as much wind either.
I did reverse kiting, and as soon as I got the wing up, everything was good, and then the wind would die completely, and the wing would just come down.
Are you walking
That happened to me
backwards? Are you walking
multiple-
backwards when you have
Yes.
this wing and it
Yes.
still fell down?
It still fell down.
What was your?
It's so weird. I was getting gusts. I would feel the wind hit me, and I was like, okay, I'm going to pull the wing up. I would get the wing up, and then the wind would just die completely, and the wing would just come back down. The wind was totally, out of question, not a good day to kite, but I tried it anyway, like a dumbass, and I paid the price for it. I would bring my wing up, and I'm like, oh, this is good wind. And the wind would just die. It was a little like gust, stop. And then it would drop. And then I would wait like 3 minutes, and I get another gust and bring it up. And then the wind would just die, and it would come right back down. So I wore myself out, but it was good exercise and good practice. So I'm not mad about it.
Next time you go out, do me a favor and set up a camera or have a camera person out there with you. And then let's go over it, privately,
Sure. I mean, we can post it live. I don't care. I want people to see what I was going through. It wasn't like it's not. I've done this a million times. When I was kiting and training, I've done this a billion times, and it seems so much easier than today. Today was just not the ideal conditions for sure.
Typical spring poo-poo shenaniganry.
Yeah,
that's what
there
I call
you go.
it.
I had some spring poo-poo shenanigans.
Yeah, definitely don't try to kite when a tornado's coming through.
No.
Don't do that.
Also, too, guys, when it comes to kiting, one of the things that you got to think about when you're kiting is that this is practice for taking or actually launching with a motor on your back. So when you go out there and you're just kiting for the day, pretend that you got a motor on your back. Pretend that you got that spinny blade of death. So before you pull backwards doing reverse, you're looking backwards to check to see if there are people, to check to see if there's dogs or something that's coming up behind you. You want to check to make sure you got runway. You don't want to, walk backwards and then trip over a fire hydrant. So we're always looking at everything. When you do a reverse and you turn around and you're going forward, pretend that's your launch. At the end of that run, pretend that's your landing. Now you just landed. Now you're controlling your wing. You're turning around and you're kiting the wing down. So you can basically have the entire flight in one reverse, turn around, go forward, control the wing, turn around and kite the wing down. That's your launch and that's your landing. Pretend when you're doing this that you got the motor on your back. Always look around, pretend that, look at the spectators. Like Steve said, he had spectators. Where were the spectators? Were they in a place that the thrust would have hurt them? If you sat down or the prop broke, would it shattered off to the side laterally? So those are the kind of things that you got to think about when you're doing kiting. It's not just about getting the wing up and it's all pretty. What are you going to do when you have this motor on your back? That's what you're practicing.
There's actually two things. One is kiting. Kiting is fun time, play time, learning time. Ground handling. Brakes are in your hands. You're not letting them out of your hands. It's exactly like you're flying. There's a way to train your brain to where you're not making mistakes and becoming compliant. If you're learning and having fun, that's kiting. You don't have to have your hands on the brakes. You can play with it. You can adjust certain lines. You can play with certain things. That's kiting. That's fun. That's learn time. That's play time. Ground handling it's exactly like, in my mind, I have my motor on my back and I'm getting ready to do something. How do I do this? How do I keep the glider under control and put it where I want it?
Tomorrow shows 10-mile-an-hour winds with 15-mile-an-hour gust, or 12-mile-an-hour with 18-mile-an-hour gust.
Hey, so real quick, what are you looking at? What are you looking at?
I'm looking at windy right now.
Windy what? Windy red or blue?
Windy red, I guess.
Okay, you're looking at windy red. What model are you looking at? Look at your model. What model are you looking at down below, the bottom right-hand side?
ECMWF.
All right, go to NAM for your North American model and see if that changes.
Okay. Whoa. Yeah, that changed a lot. Holy
So
crap.
that is your North American model, which is usually a little bit better for us here in America. Now, what I would do is I would go through the different models, right? So go outside, it says it's 10 gust 20, but change your different models to what the wind actually is doing. There's
Yeah,
little
it went down
meters.
to 6 miles an hour with 14-mile-an-hour gusts.
Right. So look at the different models. Now, the different models are from different places, right?
Right.
But Windy is able to show you the different models. So the idea is to go out and with the little meter, the little digital meter, you can see how fast the wind's going. What is it laminar? What is it steady? What is the max? What's the low? And that way you can kind of see in your area of the world, or your area in the United States, wherever you are, you can kind of get an idea which model is more correct for your area.
Interesting. Okay. And that's cool, Shawn. I learned something tonight just now when you're talking about the kite. The way you explained it was awesome, where I could understand it. the kiting, the difference between kiting and ground handling.
Yes.
And because
There's
I
a
hear
definite
that,
difference.
I hear that all the time, ground hand, and I never quite put it together, I'm like, okay, what are they doing? So the ground hand is, you said you don't have a motor on your back, but you visualize that you do. And then you still have the wing, but ground handling is a little more, it gets a little more entailed, as the saying goes, like details, right?
Yeah, the wind
Um,
tomorrow looks much more favorable than it did today. Much more favorable.
Something I might like to point out too is that it depends on your area, and you
Definitely.
cannot always trust these sites to tell you the truth
Right.
in your area. You know what I'm saying? Even if there's a weather station there, that weather station could be wrong. I've had that happen. I've been out at a place where there's a weather station. I'm pulling it right from the weather station right in front of me, and it's telling me something different than what it is, and that happens, so it's take it with a grain of salt. Take it as a hint of it could be this. That's not guaranteed. That can always change,
Yeah, exactly. On the same note, it could say 6 gusts 7 or 6 gusts 8, and you go out there and all of a sudden there's a 30-mile-an-hour gust, which could be a storm gust, a storm front that you didn't even know about. Which is why when you look at the wind, we don't want to just look at right now. We want to see what it was before, what it is now, what it's going to be in the future. And we can
Right.
also zoom out to see where the wind is coming from the entire state. A good wind meter is Ventusky. It's a great app, Ventusky, Ventusky. And that gives you a really good idea. As you pull out, you can see the entire state, and where you think where you are right there is going to be good, you pull out and you see this red that's whipping around, and you can see it's going to go right through where you are in the future, maybe just an hour later. So you want to see what the wind was, what it is, what it's going to be, and zoom out to your entire state. Windy Red is a good one, and also Ventusky is a good app.
Cool.
All right. We are going on about 9:45 already. Holy smokes.
We're running way over. We're overtime now.
I said an hour. Look at this. Almost 2 hours. Unbelievable. 7, 8, 9, 10. No,
Way
3
it
hours.
goes.
I guess we can definitely talk about paramotors. Yeah. James just either he flipped me off or he said 3 hours. I can't tell the difference. Yeah, he's flipping me off. Good for you. You can't be on mute. You got to unmute yourself and defend yourself.
No defending there. You take it as you wish, but it was.
Oh my gosh, guys, I've had such a wonderful time. I definitely appreciate you. All the people that won stickers, all the people that want stickers, it's no big deal. If you want stickers, but you don't want to be in the running for the prize, the Run into the Sky prize, the Mayday 20 from APCO Aviation, you can just send a self-addressed stamped envelope and I will send you a ton of stamps. That's what stamps. I want to send you a ton of stickers. I guess you can use them as stamps, but don't.
Man, let's get free stamps.
I tell you what, now that they're 63 cents a pop, they just
Is it really 63 cents? Holy crap.
62 or 63, it just went up again. I mean, just this last month. It
Man.
was
Yeah.
Wait till it
57.
gets the price of eggs.
Right?
Well, glad I don't eat eggs, so it's all right.
Well, if I get to kite again, I'm going to bring my camera with me and then we can go through the whole thing again. Hopefully, maybe it's tomorrow. If I get enough time, I'll take the freaking helmet and throw the GoPro on. I'll film it, even if it's
Be
bad.
Careful when you have high wind. You don't want a camera on your helmet. It could blow back, wrap around, and now you're being, drugged
Well, I'm
down.
not going to have I won't have a motor on my back for sure because I got to get clearance to even do that. But yeah,
I just
I
mean
get
in
what you're saying.
general, high wind, you don't want to be dragged down by your helmet.
No.
For someone new,
I think
for someone
10,
new,
7 to 10 is the highest. So I think I'm good.
That's really good. I'd practice your reverse inflation.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would say for someone that's new, to take the glider out in the morning or in the evening. Midday,
That's dangerous.
that's when you get the punchies. That's when you
Yeah,
get the
no,
puckins.
No midday.
So
I'll be at work midday, but I can either do early morning or afternoon. So one of the two.
And And let me know when you're out this way or you want to come over here for a couple of days. I got wings, I got paramotors. So you just come over here by yourself with yourself. You can use all of our equipment at the school. Try different
be
wings.
awesome.
We have a ton of different wings you can try, including kiting wings.
Nice.
All right. Anything else? Any words of wisdom before we say goodbye to everybody?
Fly safe. Always check your lines.
Wear a helmet.
Know
wear
your weather.
gloves.
Wear a helmet. There you go.
Exactly.
Don't do as Steve does.
Yeah, don't do what I do. Don't do that.
If you guys are out there and you are brand new to the sport or you want to get into the sport and you just want to talk to someone about paramotoring, please give me a call. My name is Shawn Simons. They call me PPG Grandpa because I am a grandpa. And you can text me on my phone at 501-747-3558. And we can chat and I can help you out as far as kind of giving you an understanding of all these terminologies that you may hear on these podcasts or online, or just talk about paramotors in general. As you can tell, I can talk for 3 hours, no problem. James, how many times have we talked on the phone for 5 freaking hours and our batteries go dead, you know? Call me, talk with me. I love to talk about paramotors. That's all I do, 7 days a
Asking
week.
again for the secret code.
Yes. So let's go ahead and call the code for next week, kiting.
Kiting. There we go. Kiting.
Kiting will be the code for
There
next
you go,
week.
Bonnie. Secret code for next week is kiting.
Yep. And one of these days, she's actually going to be here for the podcast, and she'll just be sitting here with Brian and myself, and we'll do the podcast together. Holy smokes. It's
Don't-
right around the corner, guys.
Fly Swamper, you are really just, you are trolling.
What's he
Don't
saying?
check the weather. Just get out there and deal with it. No, I don't.
What? Fly
so.
swapper? Oh, he's just being funny.
Yeah, I think there's no way. Don't check the weather. If it's 50 miles an hour, you'll be fine.
Yeah, there's a
Flying over
tornado coming.
Walmart in your kite.
Tornado coming through. No problem. You'll get up and no problem.
Yeah, we got
Well, when
all
you-
the storms coming tomorrow. I just think I need to go kite tomorrow. You know, I might end up over in Indiana or even over there with Scuba Steve before it's over.
There
But
you
there
go.
you go. You might end up over here. Hell, we've had some really strong wind lately. And Shawn's probably had way worse wind than we've had.
Yeah, Grandpa too.
Well,
Well,
that's what I
something-
mean. I meant Grandpa. Freaking Shawn, Grandpa. Ah! Too many Shawns. Okay.
With enough time under a wing, you'll be able to get a feel for how much is where you're not comfortable
Yeah.
Right.
and how much is where it's a lot of work.
Exactly.
And it takes time to develop and hone that. But with enough time under a wing, you'll be able to sit outside without your wing and go, yeah, I'm not feeling it.
It's so weird,
know?
Shawn, because when I
Shawn or
was training
Grandpa?
with Kyle, I was under a Charger 2.
Mhm.
So it was a 28 meter, and we had, I would say, 20-mile-an-hour winds. But
Okay, wait a minute. You're saying 20-mile-an-hour winds. I've been out where winds are 12 miles an hour and it's blowing my hat, is blowing stuff all over the place.
right,
20-mile-an-hour winds, I can't even imagine even trying to go out with anything other than yourself.
well, Kyle had to go back to the pharmacy to do pharmacy work. So it was myself and Kevin doing kiting work. And what happened was the wind gradually increased. It was like 10, 12. It was getting stronger. So I got to the point to where I was having to squat down almost on the ground to hold the wing. And I was saying, yeah, we need to put the wings up because it's getting too strong. It got to the point to where Kevin, which he weighs half the weight I do, and he was getting lifted in the air for about 4 or 5 feet and coming back to the ground. I was like, yeah, we need to shut it down. We called Kyle to mess with him. And do you have a ladder? Because we're stuck in the tree. He didn't like that.
Yeah,
too
for
much.
little guys like me,
Yeah.
just with a small wing even, I can have an 18-meter wing out, and I can tell you right now my threshold is at 17 miles an hour.
Wow.
Once it gets to 17 miles an hour, I'm flying backwards, and it doesn't matter how hard I fight that thing. It doesn't matter if I put it to the edge of the window. I'm getting plucked and dumped. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I can have my butt right on the ground. I can be digging my heels in with cleats on, and I'll still go up in the air, and it'll still want to fly backwards because it's too much wind for my weight. And That's
I do
something
got
that
some
you,
video of that when we were kiting and he was getting pulled up in the air. I got video of
Yeah.
that somewhere.
yeah.
It was fun, but we knew it was time to put the stuff away. You can tell when the wind is too strong and you can feel it pulling you. It's like, yeah, it's time to shut this down.
If my hat flies off, it's too much wind.
It's too much. I got you.
I see, I've done 12 mile an hour with my 18 Colorado and I'm at 145. I ain't done anything more than that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a fat dude. I can just sit down and the wind can't do it.
Well, I don't know. When you said it's 20 miles an hour, did you actually physically see on a wind meter that it was 20?
No, I can't say 100% sure it was a 20-mile-an-hour wind, but
Because I'm telling you right now, you wouldn't be able to do anything in 20 miles an hour. I mean, there's just nothing you can do. You couldn't hold the wing down. It would flap all over the place.
even if you had your seats pulled like crazy, it's
your
still,
wing bag would fly away. Your hat
Right.
would fall off. I mean, 20 miles an hour is a lot. So I think you
maybe it was lower. Walter, I didn't get picked up, but Kevin, the guy that was flying with me, he's probably 115, 120 pounds. He did get picked up in the air, but it did not pick me up. I had no fear of being picked up in the air.
Hey, Walter, how's tomorrow? I hope it's good. Hey, do me a favor, get up with me because you won some stuff. And I told you I'll send you some stuff digitally. So get up with me, buddy, so I can send you your prizes that you won. Wow, we are down to only 18 people watching. So
It's time to go.
it's time to go. They said, all right, three hours, that's enough. I'm done.
And we still got 18 people watching. They all ain't went to bed yet.
Who are you guys? You guys are just diehard paramotor people.
Because
Heroin.
they love to hear about kiting. That's why. Thank you, Shawn, so much
Kiting
for
is fun.
coming on tonight.
Yeah,
Oh my
Shawn,
God.
thank you so much, buddy. It's been a
Welcome.
while since you've been on the show. It's been what, at least since last year. And
yeah, it's been a minute.
and I think it's been at least, a year since we've texted and talked and stuff. You've been so busy. I've been so busy. Hell, it's been so long you forgot that we even talked on the phone.
Huh?
I've got a lot of numbers in my phone too. I mean,
You're,
Oh.
you're
Shawn,
probably
you're
like the
welcome to
eighth
hang
Shawn
with
I've
us.
got in there.
You can hang with us anytime, Shawn, on Mondays. Just jump in, he puts a link in the guest chat and just jump on. Say, hang with us. It's all good.
We definitely appreciate everybody. And once again, thank you so much for helping out as far as funding our nonprofit organization. We're giving away the Mayday 20 at the end of the month. If you want to get chances to win, it's $5 per raffle ticket by using the link down below. Actually, it's not a link. It's the actual address. Send us a check. However, if you do have Cash App, you can go to the Cash App. I guess it's the $sign run into the sky, and that goes directly also to our nonprofit bank. And you will be, I guess we can send you some raffle tickets too. But you got to send us you got to send us something like the self-addressed stamped envelope. That way we can keep up with it, because someone tells me we're going to have a lot of people that are going to be wanting this Mayday 20 from APCO Aviation. Anyways, guys, Grandpa is ready to go to bed. He needs his beauty sleep. You think this comes naturally? No, I got to work on this, guys, right here. I gotta work
Yeah, me
hard.
too, man. I need a lot of that.
So thank you, Scuba Steve, for jumping on and hang out with us. Thank you very much, Shawn Nafzger, for jumping on and not spinning the spinning wheel. That's for your Thursday day, right? Your Thursday.
It's the least I could do.
Talking about your kiting and your school. Real quick, Scuba, how do we get up with you, buddy, and your show on Friday?
You wait for my next video of me kiting and flying into the air and landing on top of a fence. No. Go to paramotordude.com. That'll take you straight to my YouTube channel. I'm on every Friday, 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. Show up.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe and that bell notification, because one of these days he's going to show himself kiting backwards and landing in a tree. I'm joking.
Whoa, there we go. All I saw was Frozen.
Oh, Frozen? That's a good movie.
Okay, there we go.
All right, and then Shawn, also too, you go ahead and tell us about your Thursday night. I know that Linda already did, but go ahead and tell us about your Thursday night show and how to get up with us. Or
Yeah,
how
Shawn.
Paraglidingtalk.com. And that's on 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. And yeah, and we missed this last week. Robert was dealing with some illness and nothing like overly serious, but he has to take care of himself. So
Yep.
I believe, from what I understand, we have a show going on this week. So yeah, feel free to join us Thursday nights.
There you go.
Got some interesting guests. Got all kinds of free flight, some paramotor guys, and everything in between. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Excellent.
Always learn something.
Actually, yeah, absolutely. And also too, on Tuesday nights, you have the Paramotor Hangouts with the gang, Shane and Will and Mark McElroy with paralifeppg.com. You can find them over at ppgshane.com. Also too, one of our amazing people that are doing a lot of for Run to the Sky, JBPPG, James Bevel. He's helping out a lot by doing a lot of merchandising and helping us get some really cool stuff out there. JB, tell us a little bit about your company and all the cool things that we can get.
So the easiest way is to just jump on JBPPG.com, that tongue twister again. That way you can remember it, see. But we do t-shirts, do a lot of vinyl decals. I do a lot of custom work. Get a hold of me if you want something custom with your name on it, or maybe try to make a decal out of a picture you got up on Facebook, or your wife took you, you're flying or something. I'm doing a lot of tumblers and coffee mugs and stuff like that. So you just have to keep checking back on jbppg.com and see what new we've got coming up. It's slowly innovating.
So you said a couple weeks ago that you wanted to do the tongue twister thing to give away something cool. So are you interested in doing that, telling people to do that? And if so, how do they send you the video?
That has been the hard part, to try to figure out how to work that out. Maybe we can run that next week if I can get a hold of you. Maybe we can come up with some idea to iron out those details. And I have no issues doing it. I think that's going to be really fun.
Do you want to give away one of those mystery boxes?
No, let me settle in with what I got. I got a lot of other stuff going on. Let me get caught up before I get too carried away. But I'm enjoying the mystery box. So there will be more of that coming.
Okay, excellent. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be seeing how fast you can say jbppg.com 3 times, and the fastest person that does it wins. So I would say get going right now and start practicing jbppg.com 3 times on video. The fastest person is going to win something in the future. So make sure you start doing that right now. Anyways, guys, if you want to be on the show, make sure you get up with Linda Anderson. Go over to paramomusa.com. It forwards over to her Facebook page. Just PM her and say, yo, I want to be on your show. I don't know who the grandpa guy is. I want to be on your show.
There you go.
All right,
Get
guys.
it done.
I've had such a wonderful time. If you want to get up with me, check out iflyparamotors.com. My name is Shawn Simons, PPG Grandpa. You always find me over here on ClearProp TV every Monday night with my friends, my paramotor friends and family. And like I said, we are merging into just a nonprofit organization. The runintothesky.org is the main nonprofit. We're merging Paramotor Arkansas into the nonprofit. So it'll be the first nonprofit paramotor school. And also too, this is going to be the nonprofit paramotor podcast. So we appreciate everything you do. All your donations go directly into Run Into the Sky and not into my pockets. So thank you.
I have one more insight.
Yes, sir.
Something that was not mentioned.
Okay.
One must be careful when they do go out ground handling or kiting if they're on a slope or on flat land. There is a big difference when you're on a slope and there's a 10-mile-an-hour wind as opposed to a 10-mile-an-hour wind on flat land. If you're on flat land, it's going in more. If you're on a slope, it's going upwards. You're going to have more lift. Something to think about.
All right.
There's no slopes around here. I'm just we got Mount Trashmore, which is the only slope we got, which is a trash dump. So I'm good.
Excellent. Well, guys, thank you again. I definitely appreciate y'all. You are absolutely wonderful. I would not be able to do the show without you. I would not be able to do Paramotor Arkansas or have the nonprofit. I mean, you guys are just amazing, and I definitely appreciate you. Like I said, we got one person that we are going to be able to train, and we got donations to where we'll be able to buy his gear, a brand new paramotor and a brand new wing, get him trained and get him up in the air. So you guys, thank you so much for everything. We appreciate you. Don't forget, if you want to donate, just go to your Cash App. It's Run Into the Sky. And also we have, if you just want to send a check, hey, we got the address down below. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope, and we will also send you a raffle ticket and a bunch of cool stuff like stickers and things. So we appreciate y'all. You have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow at ppgshane.com, on Wednesday over at paramotorgirl.com, over on Thursday over at paraglidingtalk.com, and Scuba Steve, as he's yawning, we're talking about his paramotordo.com.
I'm tired.
I am too. We did an awesome show, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, run into the sky.